We are go for season 9, and Joshua Dirksen gives us our first lead change within seconds of the 2025 season and leads us down towards the first corner. Leo Fornaroli in second. We've got a car off already at the first corner, dropping down the order there, but a clean start all round. Otherwise, it's Dirksen and Fornaroli. Then we've got Luke Browning in third place. Richard Bashaw is next, along Roman Stanek in fifth place. Clean start for Joshua Dirksen, perfect launch off the line, and he is up into the lead.
Oh, damage already.
That's damage for Victor Martins, I believe it is. Victor Martins, oh dear, our pole sitter for tomorrow, will not go any further in this sprint race. Disaster for the Frenchman. He is out.
This is what appears to have occurred for him. They're heading towards turn 5 and he's just lost it. Lost the rear of the car into the mid-corner of turn 5 there. An unforced error from Martins.
Yeah, there we see another replay. Lost the rear of the car completely, didn't he? And into the barriers. And that's a brutal section of the circuit. You cannot get away with a mistake there at all. In the silver high-tech there, Dino Beganovic. Can he make a move on Roman Stanek? He's going to be brave round the outside of 11, and he's going to be rewarded for that bravery. Dino Beganovic, the super Swede, going into fifth place. Great driving from Dino. Here's the move for Mini.
Mini making this move past Marty then, and down the inside through the super quick section of the racetrack. Big braking zone down towards turn 11. Jumping on board with Oliver Goethe, who's sitting in 12th position in the race at the moment. And is this going to be the move on Villa Gomez that he's going to make around the outside of turn 13? Oh, neat and tidy stuff. Hair's breadth in it. Brinkmanship at its finest there between Goethe and Villa Gomez.
And we've got a safety car, and that looks like a Trident. Possibly that has gone into the barriers. Max Esterson, who has gone off.
That sounds like a big entry spin to me, just losing the rear on entry and then burying it deep in the beach, unfortunately.
Shame for Max Esterson, off into the gravel, and that is the end of his race. Oh, spin. Dino Beganovic has gone round there at turn 9. Dino Beganovic catches it back. Sebastian Montoya, the red and white Prema, took avoidance there. Good avoidance from him. Mini likewise. And Dino Beganovic gets back going again.
This is what's going to happen with Beganovic. Look, the Invicta of Stanek to the inside. Beganovic tries to give him space around the outside of turn 9, gets on the dirty stuff, and it's not going to happen, look. Stanek looks to the inside. Beganovic sees him there, thinks, I can't turn in.
Lucky, mate. Just seen that. Good job.
Yeah, just a little bit of inexperience there.
2 Tridents now out of this race. Sami Megatunif backwards into the gravel at turn 10. And that's a real shame, and that just ends a very sorry race for Trident, unfortunately.
He's going to do a very similar thing to Beganovic, look. Oh, great evasive action there from the Van Amersfoort car behind. Megatunif just looping it, then gets on the dirty stuff, and exactly the same moment that Beganovic had, but just didn't have the presence of mind to be able to catch it.
Sorry. Mate, he squeezed me to the wall.
Here we go then, Mini on Montoya down towards 3.
Teammates fighting each other at turn 3. Montoya getting his elbows out there. Good defensive driving from Sebastian Montoya to hold off Gabriele Mini. And he stays there in P6. This is bringing into the battle Pepe Marti, and he's got fellow Red Bull Junior with him, Arvid Lindblad as well. So this could turn into a 4-way battle.
Look at that.
Look at that, yeah.
Full send.
Great stuff. Oh, there from Alex Dunn, and just getting the rear out slightly under braking as well. Out front, though, it's going to be full points. Joshua Dirksen will go back-to-back across 2 different seasons, and Joshua Dirksen will begin his 2025 campaign with a win in the sprint race here at Albert Park in FIA Formula 2. What a result for the AIX racing driver Joshua Dirksen, back on the top step of the podium once again, and for the third time in his Formula 2 career, the Paraguayan takes the win.
Good job, mate. Very good job. Very good race.
Yes, guys, come on. Best way to finish the season last year and best way to start the season this year. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, team. Great car. Come on.
He's number one today. Well done, Joshua Dirksen. 2.1 seconds ahead of Leo Fornaroli. Had to deal with some safety car restarts and dealt with them perfectly. Luke Browning putting high-tech TGR on the podium. Richard Verschoor falling just short. Roman Stanek in the top 5. Montoya in the points along with his teammate Mini. Then we had Marty Dunn, who charged through the order. Lindblad rounded out the top 10. Joshua Dirksen's title contention has now been confirmed with this win in the sprint race at the first round. We are go in Bahrain for the sprint race. Someone slow moving away a little bit further back, which was Luke Browning, but Joshua Dirksen leads us down to the first corner. Oh, we got one of the drivers off to the right-hand side of screen there, but it's Joshua Dirksen who leads us out of turns 2 and 3 as they make their way down to turn 4. Yellow flags are out for a stricken car in the top of picture, but Josh Dirksen, it is in the lead. Dino Beganovic, it is in second. Villa Gomez third. We can say that with certainty as they come through turn 4 for the first time. Oh no, Sebastian Montoya. He's got the Mumbai Falcons livery on this weekend. The safety car is out.
You can see Dunn actually look in the mirrors, in which case that's a little cheeky. Oh,
well,
actually, I say that. The Trident car of 22 was squeezing him. I think it's a case of 4 and 1-1 doesn't go. Montoya just out of shot on the right-hand side, but he ends up on the inside here. So he's got either spun around or got spun around.
And Joshua Dirksen has a lead of just under 0.7 of a second. In the background, Roman Stanek there trying to get on the move as Alex Dunn goes down the inside of Richard Verschoor, the orange MP there, having to go all the way around the outside, uses all the available circuit to hold on to that 4th place. Pepe Marti has seen a gap on the inside there of Alex Dunn. He did tell us he was going to get on the move. Is he now going to complete that move through turn 4? Alex Dunn in the papaya there, side by side with Richard Verschoor and Pepe Marti as they exited the corner, and it looks like they've just about stayed in the same order. Whoa, Pepe Marti off the circuit there as Dunn went on the defensive. Pepe Marti has gone through into 5th place. Dunn defending from Pepe Marti, who I believe has given that place back as they now come out of turn 4.
Is it we're going to see Marti just pop out and let Dunn through at this stage? No, it looks like Dunn actually made a move. Yeah, he did. He went back up the inside of turn 1. Good move.
In the background, whoa, Richard Verschoor trying to find a gap down the inside. He's going to look to the outside on the brakes of Rafael Villagomez. We've got 3 battles going on in the top 7 places, and out front it looks like we could be about to see a change of lead. Dino Beganovic trying to go through, not quite able to make it, but for 3rd place, Richard Verschoor. Is he about to take that 3rd place on the exit of the corner? Yes, he is. He goes by Rafael Villagomez.
Beganovic looking around the outside. He's going to the outside now. He'll cut underneath to try and get a straighter run through turn 2. He's in a brilliant position to make a move using the DRS down towards turn 4. He's going to have to probably go to the outside as Dirksen actually doesn't cover the inside. I think that's a potentially a little bit of a missed opportunity from Dirksen there to cover the inside, unless he thinks he can get the traction on the exit. He tries, car squirming around underneath him, the AIX. Has he got an overlap into turn number 6? No, he hasn't. Lead taken by Dino Beganovic.
Not really sure what to do here, to be honest.
If there's a passing opportunity, you need to take it in one go.
Copy.
Whoa, and there comes the passing opportunity straight away for Alex Dunn. He was given the orders to do it, and he followed them straight away. So Alex Dunn being given the hurry up, essentially, and he is getting on with it straight away. He is up to P4. Right, well, this could change things, because Max Esterson has come to a stop, and that could see a safety car. Safety car is indeed out. That's a shame for Max Esterson. we resume this sprint race. We've got drivers on fresh tyres from 14th down, but we've got a battle for the lead out front, and Joshua Dirksen has taken the lead of the race into the first corner. The papaya of Alex Dunn fires his way down the inside of Richard Verschoor. There was almost contact between the pair there, and Alex Dunn trying to get into third place, may go backwards in the process. Pepe Marti trying to go through the fourth. Watch to the far right of screen as we go 4 wide into turn 4. Luke Browning in the Williams Academy colours goes all the way around the outside and tries to get himself up the order, but may go, contact there between Dunn and Browning. Browning briefly going off the circuit. It's Verschoor who's going to come out in third, Marti in fourth, and somehow they all come out facing in a straight line. In the background, that is Alex Dunn still fighting away with Lindblad now, and Luke Browning has got the switchback on Lindblad. He's got the switchback on Alex Dunn, and he's got 2 positions for the price of 1. Luke Browning through into P6. Here we go, Gabriele Mini through the smoke. Someone had a big lock-up, and Gabriele Mini's going to do a big move. Round the outside at turn 11. On board we go through turn 12. Can he hold it? Gabriele Mini, we're 3 wide through there. Contact, surely this will end in tears. Somehow it didn't, and Gabriele Mini there was 3 wide with Crawford and Goethe, I believe. And Goethe leads the train on the exit.
Wheel-to-wheel contact between all 3 of them. They were very lucky not to have ended their race there. This is another angle. Wow, that's about as close to a crash as you can get without ending up in the barrier.
Will the effect help Beganovic get round the outside at turn 4? It will. He's going to drift round the outside but can't quite get through. The battle isn't over yet. Joshua Dirksen has to keep defensive driving up, and he just about holds off Beganovic for the time being.
This is outstanding racing, as now we see Verschoor at the inside. Brilliant move.
Verschoor elbows out down towards turn 8 and gets through into second place. On the exit though, Pepe Marti round the outside at turn 9, and he's up into second. I don't believe it, from 11th place. Pepe Marti has gone up into P2, and he's now staring at a possible win. Pepe Marti trying to get himself into the race lead, if you can believe it. Started 11th. Will he now go into P1? Down to turn 1 we go, head to head on the brakes, and Pepe Marti comes out ahead as we hit the braking zone for the final time in this sprint race. They're all there, look at them. Over 10 cars fighting for the win in this Bahrain F2 sprint race. Oh no! That's Alex Dunn into almost into the side of Fornaroli, and that is Alex Dunn out of the race. Dirksen runs wide on the exit. Does that open an opportunity for Richard Verschoor? He's going to fire it round the outside at turn 12. Superb driving from the MP Motorsport driver, and Joshua Dirksen almost lost it on the exit of the corner. Pepe Marti wins for Campos Racing to tip off what has been a fantastic day for them here at Bahrain. They've won in both categories. What a day for Campos Racing. What a day for Pepe Marti, winner in the FIA Formula 2 sprint race.
Guys, we are the best! Come on!
I was expecting a good race from you, but not this late.
Pepe Marti taking his first win of the season, his second in Formula 2. Richard Verschoor is on the podium for the first time this season, and Joshua Dirksen on the podium once again. Pepe Marti, well done to him. One that will be talked about for a long time, and one he will remember for a long time. For the 200th time, we are go in FIA Formula 2, and it's a brilliant start for Leo Fornaroli, and he will lead us down to the first corner, and I think it's going to be his teammate in the other yellow Invicta, Roman Stanek, who's challenging round the outside. Alex Dunn in the papaya goes to second, and it is Stanek in third. That looks like it might be one of the Van Amersfoorts of Villa Gomez up to fourth, who's made a brilliant start. The likes of Browning and Martins have dropped back. That's one of the Red Bull Juniors as we go 4 wide into turn 4. Surely that'll end in tears. Looks like they've all just about got through. Pepe Marti, that is, on the attack. He was on the top step of the podium yesterday, and now he's firing his way up the order into P5. Those two have been side by side. Whoa, there we go, where we said Victor Martins needs to get on with it, and that's exactly what he's done. He needs to recover in this race, down the inside at turn 8, and through he goes on Roman Stanek.
We could see a move down into turn number 1 here from Dunn. Looks to the inside, uses the DRS, gets alongside in the braking zone. Can he get it stopped? Gives a squeeze to Fornaroli on the outside. Brilliantly executed move there from Dunn up to the lead.
And in the background, Pepe Marti has gone by Rafael Villagomez as well. So 2 changes for podium places in the space of 1 corner. And Villagomez is under pressure in the background now for P4. So Villagomez is going to lose 4th place into turn 4. There goes Victor Martins. Well, he's recovering well. Did not have a good sprint race at all. Disaster at turn 1. But he is recovering now in this race.
Stanek will be under pressure once again. Trying to go around the outside of 2. That would be an outstanding move if he can get that one done. Well, it's worked on 1. Brilliant move. That's Crawford up on Villagomez. All the time Villagomez was looking ahead to try and make a move. Forgot about Crawford. Crawford went around the outside as we see pit stops.
Leo Fornaroli and Pepe Marti are in.
Looks like a good stop so far. A little slow at the rear, but a good getaway from the pits. Let's have a look on the pit exit. It is Fornaroli that maintains his track position ahead of Pepe Marti. Looks like Pepe Marti has actually made up some time though.
This is important for Rodin Motorsport.
They need a good stop here. He did have a bit of a buffer, but can easily be eroded with a slow stop. Looks pretty solid from the Rodin team. Dunn should come out still at the front of the field.
Those 4 are all on hard tyres. Luke Browning is on the soft tyre and has the fastest lap of this race. And there he is at the top of screen. He's challenging Pepe Marti for 4th. Is this going to be a change this time? Yes, it will. And Pepe Marti does not defend. Luke Browning goes through, and that is a change of 4th place. The driver who did start 3rd, alternative strategy. Underuse for him. He dropped back at the start. His team told him, do not worry about this. And now he is starting to get some rewards from that. It's whether he can make this last the entire race. Let's focus on this battle because it is for points. It's Roman Stanek versus Gabriele Mini, and Mini is going to perform a switchback move here to try and take this place, Piers.
He's using the extra grip that he's got on those newer option tyres, getting good traction out of turn 4 and getting alongside Stanek. He's going to have DRS. Fornaroli wants to defend his podium position, though, going defensive early to try and break the toe. But DRS open for Browning. Looks to the inside. Fornaroli, I think, admits defeat at this stage.
Luke Browning down the inside of Fornaroli. Move complete. And that is onto the podium places for the Williams Junior. Will he take advantage now and go through at turn 1? Victor Martins does not even defend, and Luke Browning will sail by down to turn 1. And now it will all be about whether he can close that gap to the Irishman out front, Alex Dunn, who leads by 5.4 seconds.
We see a move. That's Stanek.
That's Bennett's trying to go around the outside.
Bennett, good move around the outside if he can get that one complete. He's through at this stage, but then Stanek we're now looking on board with is under pressure from Dirksen. It looks like we potentially might have 3 wide down towards turn 4. Is now Dirksen at the inside of Bennett. Stanek makes a swoop round the outside, gets in front of Bennett. Bennett looking to the outside of Stanek. Dirksen goes from up 2 places in 1, and now look at the Red Bull driver up the inside of Bennett.
That's Ollie Goethe trying to go through in the background as well. So 4-way fight going on here as we come through the S section. Whoa, almost contact between Bennett and Stanek, and Ollie Goethe fancies a move round the outside of John Bennett. Surely that's not going to work. Ollie Goethe, has he pulled it off? I think he has, down to turn 9.
The last corner is very strong. Use it.
Good observation from the Invicta team there that Fornaroli is strong through that last corner, and if there's anywhere on the circuit that you want to be strong, that is it, because it puts you in a good position down towards turn 1 as he is right now. Fornaroli in the slipstream and using the DRS, looks to the inside of Victor Martins. Martins covers, but Fornaroli goes further to the inside, braking down towards turn 1. He's got it done at this stage, but Martins will look to get a good exit and fight back down towards turn number 4, but he has to be careful of Marty right behind.
Leo Fornaroli doing a great job there to get himself up to 3rd place, and well, we all know what Pepe Marti can do in the final few laps, but this battle is not over. Victor Martins to the outside. We're fighting for the final step on the podium. He said in the build-up to yesterday's race that he knows he can do good things from 11th on the grid, and he went and won the race in one of his finest drives of his career, and now he's charging towards the podium places. Next on the list, Victor Martins, DRS open, Pepe Marti is through. He's one step closer to the podium positions. The battle is on for the final step of the podium, and Marti is closing in. Fornaroli knows it. He's trying to break the toe down to turn 1. Meanwhile, in the background, Martins is doing the same, and Pepe Marti is going to use all the track to the outside as he goes down the outside of Fornaroli, and this battle will continue as they head up to turn 4. Fornaroli versus Marti. One more step left on the podium. Who's going to take it? Down to turn 4 we go. Marti to the outside. Almost contact between the pair, and Marti's going to go all the way round the outside. Looked like he went slightly deep on the brakes. History will be made on the 200th race of FIA Formula 2 as Ireland's Alex Dunn takes his first win. It's back-to-back feature race wins for Rodin Motorsport at Bahrain, and the final step of the podium will be decided at the very final corner and on the run to the line, and it will be Leonardo Fornaroli who just hangs on ahead of Pepe Marti.
Wow. Well done, mate. Well done. Oh, let's go! Oh, you have no idea how long I've been waiting for this, mate. It's been so long. Thank you so much, guys. This means a lot. What a race.
The one who got to the line first by 8.2 seconds was Dunn, Browning, Fornaroli, then Marti, Martins, Vershaw, Beganovic, Lindblad in the points again, and Mini and Dirks. Leo Fornaroli leads the championship by a point ahead of Dunn and Browning, then Marti and Vershaw next. High-Tech TGR leading the team's championship. You only have to wait a few days. We are back next week for round 3 at Jeddah. And we are go for the sprint race here at Jeddah. Vershaw leading us down towards the first corner. Great start there for Pepe Marti, and he's going to go round the outside of Gabriele Mini, and a change for P2 straight away. Pepe Marti into second. It looked like a spinner at the back of the field, but a change for second straight away. Marti going into second, and almost a lock up there. That was the 7 of Browning trying to go down the inside of Dunn as they make their way through the first section. The 2 Williams Academy cars there of Martins and Browning side by side in the yellow Invicta. That is Leo Fornaroli in the middle of that as well as they make their way through out of the first sector. Great racing to kick us off here on the first lap. It is Vershaw leading Marti, leading Mini. Lindblad is in 4th, then Stanek is next along ahead of Dunn. Fornaroli, Martins, Browning and Jack Crawford next as they head through the second sector here on the first lap. Oh, well, we said there was a spinner at the back of the field. It is the number 21 who has spun, unfortunately, and that is Kian Shields, who has gone.
There's a look at it again. It's Roman Stanek in the yellow Invicta who's trying to make his way through. Decent start for him, and carbon fibre all over the road.
So we've got a 3-way battle going on. The flaps are open, and Lindblad has found a gap on the inside of Gabriele Mini. The young Campos Racing driver goes down the inside into turn 27, and that's a change for 3rd place. And he's got the toe from Pepe Marti as well, who's trying to get the toe from Vershaw, and he's trying to get the lead from Vershaw. Round the outside, Pepe Marti, wheel to wheel with Richard Vershaw, and a change for the lead. Great driving from Pepe Marti. He hits the front of the sprint race.
Marti around the outside of Vershaw, not quite able to get all the way round in the first part of the chicane. You can see the move in the background as well, with Mini having to take to the runoff area. Then in the second part, Marti manages to shovel Vershaw a little bit wider.
Are we going to see a change for the lead once more? Vershaw wants his lead back from Pepe Marti. Is he going to pay that move back to him? Round the outside, yes he is. Pepe Marti trying to hold strong, but Vershaw aggressive in his approach, and he takes the lead back from Pepe Marti once more.
Vershaw scoops it round the outside and has to be a little bit more robust than Marti was in the other direction. Lumpy curb out there on the outside of turn 2. Marti and he battling. It looks like Lindblad's made the move. Is that a wide moment then for Marti?
It was. Pepe Marti had gone wide there.
He's gone a long way off there. It is a relatively generous lift there, and they're balancing the cars all the way through.
Look at this now, and he's gone wide again. Pepe Marti wide again, and that's allowed Gabriele Mini through into third place. Pepe Marti suffering out there on this lap. He's lost 2 places. He's now off the podium, but a chance to use DRS to fight back. He goes straight back into third, and now Mini trying to get back down the inside, but he's going to lose a place. Roman Stanek fighting with Mini, who cuts the corner and now keeps the position. Roman Stanek left in 5th place. Pepe Marti is in 3rd place for now, but this battle is going to continue.
Stanek to the inside of Mini though once more.
Stanek makes his move on Mini. That's been a long time coming, but as you said, DRS games, Mini now has the advantage. Down the start-finish straight, no flap open for Stanek, but here comes Mini, and he's going to go by, but Dunn to the far right-hand side of screen will take the inside line on Stanek and the inside line on Mini. Almost contact between the pair, and it's a familiar sight. Mini goes wide. Dunn is going to take the place, and now Dunn will get down the inside and take P4 into turn 1. That is Roman Stanek down the inside, and Gabriele Mini going wide. Roman Stanek though will claim the position. Good move from Stanek. Went down the inside of Gabriele Mini, and he is going to go through into 5th position. And Mini looks like he's going to fight back on Stanek. Crawford's going to make his move on Fornaroli. 2 by 2 they go into turn 1. Mini round the outside of Stanek, but going wide through turn 2. Stanek will hold on to P5. Fornaroli holds on to P7. Formula 3 champion Leo Fornaroli with Aston Martin's Jack Crawford side by side with him down the start finish straight, and Crawford will take the position into turn 1. Meanwhile, Gabriele Mini trying a different approach this time, trying to get the cutback out of turn 2 there on Roman Stanek, and they are going to be nose to tail into turn 4. Down the start finish straight, Mini under pressure here from Jack Crawford, who's been patient in this race and now looking to get the rewards from that. Here he goes down the inside. Crawford on Mini, wheel to wheel and contact. Crawford is round, and that's a real shame for our pole sitter tomorrow, trying to make the move on Gabriele Mini for P6, and it's ended in tears for Jack Crawford. Safety car is out.
Mini, look at him commit on the brakes, but he's still got the car under control, and there was contact there. So Crawford didn't have the braking performance in the dirty inside line to get as far as he would have wanted down the inside while still retaining control in the dams. Locks up the inside front, things get worse, and clatter. He goes into the side pod of the Prema and spins the car round.
For sure, leading Lindblad, leading Marti as they head across the start-finish line in towards the braking zone we go, and Richard Verschoor leading us in a 3-lap shootout for this sprint race here at Jeddah.
And Fornaroli's cleared Mini, so Fornaroli cleared Mini in the Invicta. Mini's being shuffled slightly back.
Watch this onboard back.
Fornaroli on the restart, making the move on Gabriele Mini. Relatively easy stuff there, no DRS required, and DRS is held.
Well, it's a familiar sight. Richard Verschoor will lead us across the line once again in a sprint race here at Jeddah, but he will be denied post-race with a 5-second penalty. So in the background, Arvid Lindblad will become the youngest winner in Formula 2 history. Pepe Marti will come across the line in second. It's a Campos 1-2 finish, and Alex Dunn takes back-to-back podiums. Arvid Lindblad is your winner. It's history made in Formula 2. The 17-year-old to the top step of the podium. Pepe Marti in second. What a sight that is. The 2 Red Bull Juniors, a 1-2 finish for them.
So this is Verschoor round the outside, and this is for this. That's a 5-second penalty, and I feel for him on that one.
Arvid Lindblad was the winner. That meant Pepe Marti second, a Campos 1-2, Alex Dunn P3. On the podium again, Richard Verschoor P4, Stanek 5th, and Mini, Fornaroli, Martins. Those were the point scorers, and Alex Dunn, now our championship leader, tied on points with Pepe Marti, but that feature race win putting him ahead of Pepe Marti, and that will be celebrations on the podium. And we are go for the feature race here in Jeddah. Great launch for Jack Crawford. He's going to lead us down to the first corner. Victor Martins will slot into second place. Fornaroli in the yellow Invicta is in third. We're side by side there for P4. That's Arvid Lindblad making a move on Luke Browning, or is it? They're going to be side by side on the exit. On the run down to turn 4, our newest winner in Formula 2 in the number 4. Lindblad has gone wide there, and he's going to lose a place on the exit to McLaren-backed Alex Dunn. Two key battles to watch, obviously, for the lead. One for 9th place, and a great helicopter shot there shows us moves being made. Campos on Campos, Marty on Lindblad, Marty round the outside and now down the inside, and that'll give him 6th position.
Richard Verschoor in 9th place MP, the leading car at the moment on the alternative strategy, and there are a gaggle of cars on the alternative strategy, and Fornaroli's wide through the mid-corner of 22.
Yeah, lock up for Fornaroli, albeit this time he went wide and over the curb, and now he's under all kinds of pressure. Into turn 27, Browning right there behind him, but chooses not to make his move into 27. Out of the corner we go, and Browning could have a chance into turn 1 here, Alex.
He's going to have the grip, he's going to have the toe, but the other thing he has is Alex Dunn right underneath his gearbox, and now he's got the DRS, and he's going to head round the outside.
And Browning now goes down the outside and says thank you very much. Good pressure driving, and now Dunn is going to go down the inside there of Fornaroli. A costly mistake for Fornaroli made at turn 22. Stanek side by side with Miney, his teammate, of course, Fornaroli's teammate, and now that is Mini running wide, and he's going to lose a place to Miney, and he's going to nip into pit lane. So here we go, we are seeing the first of the pit stops at the end of lap 6.
This is the moment then that we saw the two Alpine juniors. That's Miney taking 1 place, then he takes a 2nd through the exit with Mini running wide.
And Mini was just trying to find a gap. Oh no, and that's a Van Amersfoort. That looks like John Bennett, who has picked up front wing damage, and he is going to come in and get that changed. And
a lot of debris on the road there though. That debris on the start-finish straight has not yet caused a stoppage, and they're going to stay out now, surely, just in case it does. No, Martins has come directly into the box, but it is Crawford. Oh no, it's Crawford has come into the box. Martins has made his way through, so Crawford deciding to jump.
Yep, so race leader is in. Had to take avoiding action though on the way in, didn't he? And Jack Crawford is now in. He has got rid of those super soft tyres, and race leader in to put the medium tyre on. So Jack Crawford in. Rector Martins is in, so he stayed out one more lap when Jack Crawford came in. So now it's about where he filters out as the ART team get to work.
Yeah, putting the tyres on for Victor Martins. Looked like a relatively good stop. Let's see where he comes out. Crawford is the man that we're watching. 11th place look in the dams, and Martins is going to be looking, if he possibly can, to filter out ahead.
There is Crawford, screen left. Here comes Victor Martins on the right. It's going to be a race to see where he emerges out. They're going to be almost side by side. Crawford to the left, Martins to the right. Martins is now ahead of Jack Crawford, but he is not on warm tyres.
Will he be able to get the tyre up to temperature quick enough? A big weave for Martins. Tries to find a little bit of front grip. Crawford, though, with a lap underneath the tyre, is homing in, and that's the difference you can see there in terms of grip. Can Martins fill the road with ART here and keep hold of the virtual lead of the race?
Of course, we do not get until a DRS zone until we get to 20 corners, so Martins has a little while to try and keep Crawford at bay, and he's defending into turn 13. Crawford goes to the outside, virtual safety car is out. Down the start finish straight we go, and there is the DRS flap opened of Jack Crawford. He wants this race lead back from Victor Martins, but Victor Martins is furiously trying to defend it. Wheel to wheel they go in towards turn 1. Jack Crawford to the outside of Victor Martins, now down the inside through turn 2, and they'll be side by side on the exit, fighting this one down to turn 4. Is it going to be Crawford? Is it going to be Martins? Who's going to be braver on the brakes? Martins holds on for now. Riding on board with Victor Martins, this essentially our battle for the lead of the race. This could be a huge moment for Crawford, who will now sweep past Victor Martins and go into P9.
Looks like Dunn's going to have an option to the inside. Great dive there from Pepe Marti, grabbing the apex of 27. And that was clean and tidy, but did Dunn let him through to take the DRS back down the front straight? He's going to have a problem, though. Marti's got it too, so he's going to have to go down the outside of turn 1.
The two drivers tied for the lead in the championship, now wheel to wheel into turn 1. And Pepe Marti, that was very good driving there. Managed to get the move done into the final corner and held off any challenges from the Irishman into the first corner. Pepe Marti is full of confidence this season. He's full of confidence this weekend, and he's going to go down the inside at turn 1. Browning running wide under braking there, and Pepe Marti is going to be behind for the time being. Once again, having to try and break the toe. Pepe Marti's going to try the outside. This time, is he going to go all the way around the outside of Luke Browning? He's wide through turn 2. They've gone wheel to wheel again, and Luke Browning emerges ahead. On board with Marti, down this start-finish straight. Will he complete the move on Browning this time? It looks like he's done it before the braking zone. Dunn side by side with Browning. Browning goes wide, and it's going to be Marti who is now ahead of Browning. Browning, though, ahead of Alex Dunn. Dunn was down the inside, but Browning emerges in the lead.
Richard Verschoor is in.
It's a good pit stop, and Richard Verschoor is away. Martins looks level with him as they come through turn 1. He's behind Crawford, but he's ahead of Victor Martins. Arvid Lindblad round the outside of Gabriele Mini. Great move that from Lindblad, and he has gone by Gabriele Mini. That move had been a long time coming.
And surely this is going to be a drive-by pass down towards turn 1 for Verschoor.
Looking back from Jack Crawford, there is Richard Verschoor, DRS enabled, and he will fire his way through to the lead of the race. But Jack Crawford trying to get back down the inside. Richard Verschoor has done it, though. From 9th place on the grid, Richard Verschoor has fired his way up into the lead of the race. A superb drive in the alternative strategy. And Richard Verschoor has driven his way through to the lead of the race on the final lap. Richard Verschoor through the final corner. The streets of Jeddah denying him a win yesterday, but when they did, Richard Verschoor fought back, and he will not be denied victory today. Richard Verschoor across the line. He takes his first win of the Formula 2 season, driving MP Motorsport to a win and to the top of the championship standings. 5 different winners. Will we get more going into the next round? It's Formula 2, you'd have to say, most likely, but Richard Verschoor taking full points today, and he puts himself at the top of the championship standings. Huge congratulations to him. That is all for round 3. We now will go into the European leg of the season, where it does get very busy indeed. We begin that at Imola on the 17th and 18th of May. We are go, and the race to Tamburello begins, and it looks like an even start off the front row of the grid. Jack Crawford will feel he has the opportunity to take the lead away from Miata, and that's exactly what he's done. Crawford into the lead of the race, and it looks like Lindblad is taking positions as well. The Red Bull Junior has gone into 3rd place, and then comes the Williams back driver of Browning as they make their way down towards Villeneuve for the first time.
It's Lindblad forward, it's Goethe backwards. He's really struggling. Look, there he is, being challenged by the McLaren Junior and shoveled wide by Dunn through the mid-corner of Villeneuve. We got contact further back as well.
One of the Alpines is off there, and a Red Bull Junior going with them. So out of Tosa we go. We know it's Crawford leading from Miata, then it's Lindblad, then it's Browning, then it's Martins, the 2 Williams back drivers, and Gabriele Mini is the driver that's in trouble. Sami Megatuniv likewise, so a disaster start for the Italian.
They're the stall from Sami Megatuniv, causing him to be pushed back behind the barrier.
And this is where we saw Pepe Marti getting into a little bit of trouble on the exit, the second of the Red Bull Juniors.
Yeah, they're going to be side by side. There's Dunn and Ollie Goethe getting together. So you are on board with Gabriele Mini.
There we go.
And the car that we just heard the radio from is to our left-hand side. Browning still having a look down the outside of Piratella. It'll be a brave move there.
Round the outside he goes, but Lindblad just hustling him to the outside of the circuit, and this has opened an opportunity for Victor Martins as they head down to Acqua Minerale. All of this allowing the top 2 to escape though. Arvid Lindblad is lining up the ART driver. Can he make his move in towards Tamburello? We go. It's going to be down the inside there from Arvid Lindblad. On the brakes, Miata is brave round the outside and just holds on, but now it's the run down to Vilna.
Oh, not quite the overlap for Arvid Lindblad. Miata manages to hold on to it around the outside, and Lindblad will now have to wait one lap more.
Lindblad a little bit closer this time than he was last lap around. Are we going to see Arvid Lindblad move into second place here? He finds a gap on the inside, he goes down it, and that is going to be second place gained for Arvid Lindblad.
75% of a move last time round turns into 100% this time.
Alex Dunn under pressure from the likes of Fornaroli. Then this group, as Dino Beganovic runs wide and he's going to lose a place. Well, all his hard work becomes undone. He was looking like he was about to get a move done on Joshua Dirksen, and now he goes backwards.
Let's have a look what happened to Beganovic. This is the grubby moment through the exit of turn of the Variante Alta. Just gets himself a little bit too wide, picks off the throttle and drives it with pure understeer out onto the outside gravel. And there we go then, this is the move. This is Browning making his way around the outside of Miata.
Luke Browning gets the move done on Ritomo Miata, and that is third place for the high-tech driver. They're going to come round the corner now into Tamburello, and Ritomo Miata has lost DRS. Did he just hang on to it? I think he did, but Victor Martins is right behind him. Down to Tamburello we go. Are we going to see a move for Victor Martins this time? There he goes, down the inside now, and Victor Martins looking to get this move done, and he's done it. The Frenchman is up to fourth place.
Textbook, brave stuff on the brakes from Martins. Miata very fair with him there, thought he might hang on to it. Dirksen will keep the DRS. The other Invicta of Fornaroli's up the road. He's going to have to go the long way round here.
Down the outside he goes. Roman Stanek versus Joshua Dirksen. Who will emerge ahead? Great move there from Roman Stanek. Got his stop just in time. And on the brakes, Roman Stanek wins that fight ahead of Joshua Dirksen and gets himself into the points.
Another move in a very similar guise. This is Dino Beganovic coming under pressure from Ollie Goethe, who braves it out around the outside as well.
That's a great move from Ollie Goethe.
See what Dunn could do about taking fifth position. Easy peasy down the inside.
Yeah, this should be fairly straightforward, shouldn't it? And there we go, uses DRS to get that one done. And Alex is up into P5 for Rodin Motorsport.
Here we go then, the two Invictas are going at it because Fornaroli hasn't got the DRS down into turn one, and Stanek sends it to the inside.
Roman Stanek with a big lunge down the inside of his teammate there, Leo Fornaroli, who had to get out of it, run a little bit wide to leave the space for Roman Stanek there. They would have took a deep breath at Invicta Racing as that one happened, but they emerged with Fornaroli in 7th and Stanek in 8th.
We've got a yellow flag out on track in Sector 5. We've had a reasonable sized off.
Yeah, that is the Rodin Motorsport car of Amaury Cordial. Had a 4th place finish in the sprint race here last year, and a really good drive in the feature race, but this one not ending so well. It looks like he's got that turn round and back going again.
This is the moment for Cordial, who's found himself wide out of the last part of Tamburello. Nice evasive action there from the Trident machine. That's Esterson who was running behind him. Committing to the pit lane just in case that was a stoppage was Richard Verschoor, retiring the car with a technical issue. I wondered if they were preempting some sort of stoppage there.
Jack Crawford may have just missed out at Jeddah last time, but this time he will go to the top step of the podium and take his first win of the 2025 season. Arvid Lindblad, a return to the podium once again, and Luke Browning adds to his podium finishes this season to continue a very impressive run for the high-tech driver. As we look back through the field, the points positions still being handed out, and they will be ended with Fornaroli in 7th, Stanek in 8th. We had Martins in 4th, Alex Dunn in 5th. Ritomo Miata did take some points, having started on pole in P6, but it's Jack Crawford's day out front. He wins, having just held off a hard-charging Arvid Lindblad by a second. Luke Browning in 3rd.
Yes, good job, man. Good job. Well done. Really good one. Good job, guys. Top step of the podium. Go.
Jack Crawford taking his first win of the season with Dam's Lucas Oil. Arvid Lindblad finishing in second place. He closed the gap, but wasn't quite close enough. 1.1 seconds back. Then it was Luke Browning, giving us 3 different teams on the podium. For sure leads the championship for now by 11 points ahead of Fornaroli. Pepe Marti just a point back, but those two will not be starting in the top 10 positions tomorrow. They'll have a lot of work to do. And now we will go onto the formation lap, and already drama for Sebastian Montoya.
Yeah, looks like Montoya may have lost the engine there on the grid. An absolute disaster for the Prema driver on what would have been a great start for him. What a shame.
We are go for round 4 in the feature race in Formula 2, and we have a staller from the second row, which is Victor Martins. He will have to get off the line quickly. It looks like he's stationary on the start, finish straight, but out front, Leo Fornaroli trying to take the lead away from Dino Beganovic as they go in towards Tamburello. For the first time, it's Beganovic leading the Italian, Leo Fornaroli, and then Arvid Lindblad, the Red Bull Junior, is in third, and this fight continuing all the way down to Villeneuve. Alex Brundle.
Big challenge from Fornaroli, even from 4th on the grid there, as he got side by side with the Ferrari Junior down towards Tamburello. They're all being incredibly well behaved, but as I say that, one of the Tridents bounces wide.
Victor Martins, he could have taken the championship lead with a win here, but he is being rolled back into pit lane. And Pepe Marti in the fight for the championship. He's third in the standings. He's got DRS now to the yellow Invicta of Roman Stanek, and he's going to execute a move. Round the outside he goes, and Pepe Marti doing exactly what he needs to do in this race. He's moving forward. He's up 2 places. Oh no, and Beganovic had to be held there for Ollie Goethe. Now, will that change things in pit lane? Ollie Goethe he had to pause for him, but Alex Dunn is still behind him. Does Fornaroli get the jump? No. In fact, he's going to drop back behind Alex Dunn, so he's lost out. Fornaroli is cycled back behind one of the Red Bull Juniors, Arvid Lindblad, as well. So Fornaroli losing 2 places. Alex Dunn is effectively cycled up to P2, so great stop from the Rodin team. There is Luke Browning, there is Jack Crawford. Here come the rest of the queue, and they have done it, have they? It's going to be a race down to Tamburello. Dino Beganovic goes by. Luke Browning is into the race lead. Alex Dunn is going to go into what will be an effective second place, side by side, and Dino Beganovic gets his elbows out just to hang on to that position ahead of Alex Dunn. And now weaving furiously is Luke Browning, because he knows this could be the race lead.
Robust racing, as that's got Browning out of jail free. Side by side behind him as he brings his tyre in. Is Beganovic going to go all the way around the outside of Toza? Dunn Browning ushers him off the road there, and Beganovic demoted behind Alex Dunn.
Pepe Marti now leading that fight ahead of Joshua Dirksen. Down to Tamburello we go, and there is DRS open for the papaya of Alex Dunn. He's closing in. Luke Browning looking in his mirrors, and there comes Alex Dunn to the outside of the circuit. Hard on the brakes he goes, and he takes the position away from Luke Browning, and he's taken himself through to the effective lead of the race. This is Roman Stanek going by Ritomo Miata, or will he go by? Let's have a look. Yes, he does on the brake. So Roman Stanek pulling off that move. That takes him to 3rd place. Oh no, and now this could change things, because we've got a yellow flag out for Rafael Villagomez, and there is heavy damage to the front left of that car. You think a virtual safety car at minimum here should be coming out now. That's what happened to Rafael Villagomez.
Yeah, so bit of contact scuffle with Megatunif. He's been making moves. Dirksen to the outside.
Dirksen goes by into the lead of the race by Pepe Marti. So Dirksen choosing to go by and just gets by before we reach those yellow flags.
Safety car deployed. Had a young driver standing in the gravel trap with cars going by.
Are we going to go 3 wide into Tamburello? Possibly. Alex Dunn has done what he needed to do. He's got a car between himself and the rest of that lead pack. Many trying to make places, and look at Alex Dunn. He's now on the attack of his teammate Amaury Cordial.
So aggressive down to the Variante Alta. He needs to put cars, if he can, between himself and the pursuers.
Is this the moment he gets by the Rodin Motorsport driver and gets after Alex Dunn? Here we go on the brakes into Tamburello, around the outside. Luke Browning has to make this move work, and does so, and that's a critical moment in this race.
It's Alex Dunn to the inside of Miata in Toza.
Great move, Well, he tried that once. It was a dress rehearsal last time. To the move this time.
You're going to see Dunn then go to the outside again once more down to Tamburello.
Another position made for Alex Dunn. He's really starting to come to form now in this race, doing what is needed to be done in this race to go after the top step. 2 cars now between himself and Luke Browning. It's great stuff from the McLaren Junior, and he's now staring at a possible lead in this race on track before the other cars have even stopped. Oh, we got some debris out there on the inside of the circuit from Rotoma Miata, and that is a move once again at Tosa from Alex Dunn. It's becoming his favourite overtaking spot. He clears Pepe Marti.
Plenty of grip down there. Marti sees him coming, recognises that Dunn is not the driver that he's racing today, and a little bit of extra space given there, look, on the outside.
Joshua Dirksen, no DRS. Alex Dunn has it, and he will sail by into the lead of the race. Surely it's just going to be a case of driving by the AIX racing driver, and the Irishman, Alex Dunn, goes by into the lead of the race. He's done all the hard work that is necessary. He's pulled off all the overtakes, and now he has 3 cars between himself and what will be the chasing pack when all the pit stops are complete. Here we go, and Dino Beganovic is going to be to the outside of Amaury Cordial this time. Needs to get by, otherwise he will be under threat. Meanwhile, a little bit further up, Luke Browning has gone by Roman Stanek, and that is an important move for Dino Beganovic. He's got Amaury Cordial now between himself and Arvid Lindblad.
Let's see what Browning can do. Shapes to the inside, and Marti very sensible in the end.
And Browning goes by Beganovic, trying to get by Roman Stanek, but can't quite get through. And now he's under attack from Arvid Lindblad, so this battle has resumed. For now, Roman Stanek being ahead of him isn't a huge problem, because he can stay ahead of Arvid Lindblad. Can he put a car between himself and Arvid Lindblad? He has to get by now, Dino Beganovic, to do it, and yes, he's done it. Great move from Dino Beganovic, and he's got by Roman Stanek.
Let's see if Stanek comes in this time. Well, I think we're expecting him into the pit lane. No, they've changed their mind, we're being told, on the pit wall at Invicta. So Lindblad's going to have to do it on the track. He's going to have massive overspeed in order to do so.
Through he goes, but what is the damage in terms of the gap to Beganovic? In just 1 lap, he lost 2 seconds. Alex Dunn out at the final corner. Perfect strategy from Rodin Motorsport. Perfect performance from Alex Dunn, and he's going to charge his way to his 2nd feature race win of the season and to the top of the standings in FIA Formula 2. It's celebrations for the McLaren Junior.
Yes, mate. Well done. Let's go. Good job, guys. That was unbelievable once again. I love you guys.
A huge congratulations to Alex Dunn, and it's a double podium for High Tech. Luke Browning, his 4th podium of the Formula 2 season. He's right in contention for this championship, and Dino Beganovic gets a 2nd podium of the season. In just a few days' time, we will be back on track in the streets of Monaco for round 5 of the season. It's been a thrilling contest, and we have just 12 points between the top 4 in the championship. And we are go for the sprint race here in Monaco for Formula 2. A very slow start there for Luke Browning, and he's going to get swallowed up by the lead pack. So it's going to be an Alpine Academy 1-2. Kushmaini leads Gabriele Mini, leads Jack Crawford as they make their way up the hill for the first time. A terrible start there for Luke Browning.
Dunn, with the championship leader, was the driver who had to escape across the runoff area in Saint-Devote. So it's 2 Alpine juniors, line astern, with Luke Browning being shuffled back through the pack. It's Crawford who's made his way through, and a move to the inside of Meriverne. Contact!
Oh, contact there for Crawford, who's spinning round, and he's got damage there, surely, as they make their way in towards the hairpin, now trying to get going again. So Crawford in the wars on the first lap.
So Lindblad's going to launch to the inside of Crawford and gets not quite far enough up the inside of Crawford, slews the dam sideways, and you can see a little bit of carbon fibre goes flying. Let's hope Crawford doesn't have too much damage. We're on board with Crawford. We're making our way through the exit of Casino Square. We expect Arvid Lindblad to turn up stage right and try to make a move down the inside. We're looking for if Lindblad's tyre is up to the wing mirror of Crawford, and I don't think it is as they make the apex. We've still got a yellow flag on track, and but no stoppage yet.
Yeah, Shields is down the escape road here at Mirabeau to the left. We're hearing, we can see the debris, so certainly something has happened there. Let's find out what happened to Kean Shields.
Is it a bit of a move down the inside? He's been turned around, unfortunately, and he's recovered then into the runoff area. So heads up stuff from Shields. 10-second time penalty for car 4, Arvid Lindblad, for causing a collision then. So that's the stewards' outcome, and that will apply at the end of the race. So the man in 3rd position carries a 10-second penalty here.
Roman Stanek trying to get down the inside of Pepe Marti, and I think we'll see his view of it.
Now Pepe Marti leaves a little bit of room on the inside of the hairpin, and in doing so keeps himself in the race there, I think. So heads up driving from Pepe Marti, mature stuff, and it's front wing to side pod, but no opportunity to get through.
Slow down to create a gap to the cars in front. Slow down.
Give me the gap you want.
We need to open 12-second gap to the car that is just in front of you.
Why the do I need a 12-second gap?
By that, in the last 5 laps, you can go all in and make the gap to the cars behind.
Yeah, so what they're trying to do here with Lindblad is back the field up, stack the full field up, and then go for it in the last 5 laps. See what's going on with Pepe Marti, who's having a rather adventurous race, often not due to his own issues, but that's another move then, was it, for Stanek? Another attempt for Stanek, who has actually made it down the inside there.
Joshua Dirksen into the barriers on the entry to Portier.
That will bring out then the safety car.
John Bennett, meanwhile, looks like he's come in to retire from the race. He's the only driver out there making his debut here. Here's what happened then.
Down the inside, and we're racing wheel to wheel then. Oh! And there, the damage. So he's parked up, actually, he's parked up a little bit further round, but it's an incident that happens on the exit of Mirabeau.
This was so stupid from this guy. How do you expect him not to smash? Come on.
I think it's Goethe, the Red Bull liveried machine, that he's having an argument with through the exit of Mirabeau. They're just plain not enough space. Actually, the move getting done, but plain not enough space for them to make their way down towards the hairpin.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think it was just a case of not enough space for them. Oh, and good avoiding action there from Dino Beganovic in the silver high-tech. Here's what happened to Bennett.
Oh, so he's made contact with the wall, actually, outside on the way out of Saint-Devote, and obviously feels he can't continue then. Whoa, did a decent job of trying to hang on to that, but just not enough road.
Kushmaini leading Gabriele Mini, leading Arvid Lindblad, who has that 10-second time penalty hanging over him as we go up the hill to Beau Rivage and Massenet for the first time of this restart. Lap 15 of 30.
Let's see what's going to go on with Ollie Goethe, who we saw making a move earlier on. Oh!
Wow.
Wow, a little bit of contact, but he managed to find a way through.
Move of the weekend so far, for sure.
Front wing damage then for Victor Martins, who was the recipient of that move from Ollie Goethe. It is a 10-second time penalty as well for Ollie Goethe for causing a collision, and I think that one's really harsh. What do you expect the drivers to do to get a move done? And that is Marti still working away.
Yeah, he's had a tough day at the office, hasn't he, Pepe Marti? The message getting through to Lindblad now that it's time to push to these two here. Let's see if Lindblad can create any kind of gap to Browning. Would this have had a difference on his tyres driving around at the pace he has done? Alex, will that help him extend the gap? I mean, look at it already.
He's been super quick all weekend long, we have to say that. Mega quick in qualifying, has looked like he's had a lot of confidence around the streets of Monaco, but that being said, everybody behind him has been going at that same pace as well. Certainly Browning starting to go with him. Lindblad now doing exactly to Gabriele Mini what we saw Mini do to Kushmaini at the beginning of the race. 4-second gap back. It's now a 5-second gap back to Browning. Crawford a further 3. He is in the process, if he can nerf Mini along here a little bit, of actually driving himself into the point, back into the points, Arvid Lindblad.
Kushmaini took his first Formula 2 win at Hungary last year in the sprint race. Now he's going to return to the top step of the podium. He comes out of Anthony Nogues and down the start finish straight to give Dams Lusail their third Monaco win and himself his first of 2025. Gabriele Mini gives Prema Racing their first podium of the season, and Luke Browning finishing in P3. It's 5 podiums now for Luke Browning. A great performance for him.
Let's go, mate. Very good job. Very good job.
Yeah, boys. Thank you very much. Yeah. It's been a very tough start. I'm out of our control. I'm in our control, but our season starts today, so it's a very long way to go. Let's keep believing. Thank you, guys.
Dams Lusail taking the win with Kushmaini and full points. Gabriele Mini in second, then Luke Browning, Jack Crawford, Richard Verschoor, Sebastian Montoya in the points. Leo Fornaroli once again in the points. Lindblad with that penalty dropped to 8th, and then it was Dunn and Miata. Here we have a look at our points. 65 for Dunn. Browning just one back. Verschoor keeps himself in the fight. He's stabilised now this weekend. Fornaroli, Mr. Consistency once again this season. Lindblad, damage limitation for him with 46. That could look very different tomorrow. The feature race, it is Grand Prix points up for grabs. To the right of screen, Victor Martins. To the left, our pole sitter, Alex Dunn. And we are go for the feature race in Monaco. A great launch from Victor Martins. Is he going to take the lead from Alex Dunn? Oh, contact between Victor Martins and Alex Dunn. And there's a pile-up into turn 1. Huge incident in the Formula 2 feature race here. And it's taken a load of drivers out there. Our championship leader, Alex Dunn, out of the race. Red flag out immediately. Leo Fornaroli, one of the only drivers to get through. Oh no, Richard Verschoor, so one of the other championship leaders out of the race.
Victor Martins is a long way around the outside of Alex Dunn, and I think it's Martins' line there. I think it's Martins' line into the first corner. Now Martins is almost a full car's length, almost the full car ahead there. And I think is within his rights to sweep in towards the apex.
Let's look at the onboard, Alex.
So here's Victor Martins. He's going to get a much better start than Dunn. And we've got what appears to be, from Victor Martins' viewpoint, clear air, turns in towards that first apex. Martins will look back at that and wonder if he could have given a little bit more space on the inside as well and still made the corner. Fornaroli does a nice job of avoiding that.
This is from the other view, and I agree with you, Alex. I think Victor Martins has made a great start to the race, and as he's turning into the corner, has every right to there. Fornaroli now finds himself in the lead of the race, and he will take us down to Saint-Devote at racing speed for the first time. Sebastian Montoya in second place, Arvid Lindblad in third, and we got a battle there. Joshua Dirksen trying to get himself up the outside as they go up Beau Rivage, and Massenet. Joshua Dirksen almost making himself up the outside there of Kushmaini as they battled for P6. It's going to be a sprint now to the line. You can see to the top left, this is a 30-minute race now. Pit stops still need to be complete. Strategy has changed. This is going to be a Monaco feature race like no other, Alex.
Dirksen on that super soft tyre, of course, and so he's able to make a little bit better progress, has better warm-up than the cars around him, and that's why he's being so fighty in these early laps. You can see Viganovic, also a driver on the super soft. So those towards the rear of the field, taking a bit of a gamble on strategy. It's Browning who's under pressure, down towards the Nouvelle chicane, and there's a bit of a gap in the field already, with Browning not quite able to go with Crawford ahead.
No, he isn't, and Miney, confidence from his win yesterday, trying to use that now and get himself up the order in the early stages of this restart. Crawford away in fourth place, has a gap, but it's very close out front. Contact! Dirksen into the barriers there, and it's come to an early end once again for Dirksen this weekend.
The Alpine Junior car ahead, just plain brakes, catches him out, brakes earlier, and Dirksen takes the front wing off and is just purely loses control of the car, just completely caught out by the braking for Raskas.
Yeah, it was a complete misjudgment, wasn't it, for Joshua Dirks? And that's a real shame. He had a great opportunity today, and he will be incredibly frustrated with himself there.
I think Miney's just being cautious there. Early laps, nothing to gain. He's running long. Dirksen thinking he wants to try and make some progress, if possible.
Sami Megatuniv now in for Trident, Alex.
Yeah, Megatuniv not with the best stop for Trident either. It's a busy pit lane here. Oh, very, very close on the exit of the pit lane there. Will Megatuniv make it through? No, he won't.
That's a place lost as well. John Bennett, remember, he was at the back of the queue, and he has gained a position now. He's gone up to 13th place.
Van Amersfoort launched Bennett out in front of him.
Oh.
Keep your position. Keep your position.
Yeah, and he had every right to. So well done to the Van Amersfoort racing team.
Now we've got to move then down towards the Nouvelle Chicane.
John Bennett on the move once again on Cian Shields, and he takes Sami Megatuniv with him.
Yeah, down the outside, Cian Shields wanting absolutely none of that one, was he? On the way down to the Nouvelle Chicane. And let's see, it's Beganovic in the wall.
Oh no, Dino Beganovic is off and into the barriers, and he was just doing those purple sectors, and he has gone off at Casino.
All going well on the way into Massenet, just losing the rear on the direction change.
Full safety car is out, and Crawford's in.
So
Jack Crawford's in.
So this is massive. The
Wow.
full safety car is out, which massively benefits those who started on the soft compound tyre.
Yeah.
They can now come in with the earliest arrival times, delaying the rest of the field, and get a much cheaper pit stop, and as a result, compound their advantage.
Oh my word. And that is the risk he took. He used his experience. He could see what was coming. The Campos team getting to work on Arvid Lindblad's car. Out he goes. There's the Prema team on Montoya's car.
Oh, slightly slow for Montoya.
He's lost a place. He's lost a place to Arvid Lindblad. Invictor on Fornaroli. And he just makes it out. Oh, just makes it out ahead.
I think Crawford's
ahead.
gone through. Crawford's gone through and is on the exit. Look to the right of your screen.
He is.
The driver tracker. Crawford's made it through and now leads the race on the road.
So the safety car came out, he made it in, but the other three had gone through because the safety car came out just after. And we've got a red flag, and no surprise, the Tech Pro barrier, 2 damaged. Jack Crawford out front. This looks to be his day at Monaco. That's what Monaco is. It's just about a case of being in the right place at the right time. And as the safety car came out, he was at the pit entry at the right time to take advantage, and it will be his first feature race win.
Okay, Rectex, race is done. Race is done. Well done. Oh, do it! Win!
5-second penalty for Arvid Lindblad. I don't believe it. Sebastian Montoya is on the Formula 2 podium. He might not know it. Yes, there he is. He's just been told by the Prema Racing team. Sebastian Montoya is going to get his first Formula 2 podium. I don't think he quite believes it. Well, I think not the way he would have liked to have got it. But Sebastian, you can celebrate. You're on the Formula 2 podium. Jack Crawford is your winner today in FIA Formula 2 in the feature race. Fornaroli second, Montoya with the first podium, then Browning, Lindblad, Miney, Stanek, Villagomez, Goethe. Bennett takes his first point in FIA Formula 2. Well done. You don't have to wait long to see more Formula 2 action. We are back on track for Barcelona in just a week's time. To the left of screen is Joshua Dirksen. To the right, your pole sitter, Leonardo Fornaroli. We are go for the sprint race at round 6, and an even start off the front row, but that's because Luke Browning was quicker than them all. He goes straight through the middle and straight into the race lead. Our championship leader takes us down to turn 1, and it's Jack Crawford in the Blue Dams Lucas Oil car going around the outside and into P2, but Leo Fornaroli trying to fight back, gets his elbows out. Will he hang on to that place? It's Browning leading, but he's under all sorts of pressure from winner from Monaco, Jack Crawford.
How much grip did Crawford find around the outside of turn 3, but Fornaroli's coming back at him. And meanwhile, Stanek around the outside of Joshua Dirksen in turn 4. Crawford just hanging on to second place. Fornaroli, though, looking again down toward turn 5.
And Joshua Dirksen trying to fight back. He's dropped back to 5th place off the front row. He's side by side with the yellow Invicta of Roman Stanek. They're going to go side by side down into turn 7. Brave driving from the Paraguay driver there, and gets himself back into P4 as we go uphill. Let's watch for sure who struggled off the start.
Oh, just the clutch drop. Car bogs, and then he loses at least a row on the way down there. Started 5th, is now 9th.
And we're side by side. Rotoma Miata finds a gap on the inside of not one but 2 drivers. Almost contact there, but he's made his way up into P6. Jack Crawford piling the pressure on Luke Browning. They're going to have to be wary of the tyre management throughout the race, but Crawford can see an opportunity around the outside on Luke Browning, and Jack Crawford has this move done. Almost contact between the pair. Downhill on the brakes, and Crawford, brave driving from the American. He takes the lead of the sprint race. Oh, Joshua Dirksen, is that slowing? Coming round turn 11? Let's have a look. Yes. So what has happened to Joshua Dirksen? He is making his way into pit lane. Oh dear, where he was on to fight for the podium places.
Another opportunity potentially for points. That, though, may be creating the opportunity for a move down the inside of turn 1 and over the grass there.
Richard Verschoor quite literally flying down the inside of Arvid Lindblad, who spins after contact with Richard Verschoor, our pole sitter for tomorrow. Stationary at turn 1. Richard Verschoor continues on. Well, we could see now the safety car come out if Arvid Lindblad cannot get that car going, but Richard Verschoor continues to fight. It's from one Red Bull Junior to another. Spaniard Pepe Marti goes around the outside at turn 4 and down the inside at turn 5. Green flag, Lindblad's going again.
He's a long way down the inside there, and a little bit of a reactionary move by Lindblad. Lindblad trying to stay in it, of course, to pick up the apex of turn 2.
Side-by-side contact there after he was briefly off the circuit going down in towards the braking zone, and that sent Arvid Lindblad into a spin.
Montoya under pressure.
Yep, from his teammate Gabriele Mini, who goes down the outside, side by side. Oh, contact between the 2 teammates, Montoya and Mini, and they're both round. Punctures for both cars, I think, and they are both out of the race. I don't believe it. They've collided at Barcelona again. And the Prema Racing team will be furious with what they've just seen. Their 2 teammates coming together in the final laps. Montoya's got back going, so it looks like it was just a spin for him. Let's look at this, Alex.
Safety car deployed, so Gabriele Mini looks to the outside of Sebastian Montoya. Brinkmanship on the brakes, and Montoya just drifts into the side of him. And we've got multiple callers for the pits here, Chris. So you've got Verschoor in.
Yes.
You've got Dunn in, Megatunif, Martins, Cordeal. Villa Gomez has made his way in, and Shields. That'll be for the soft compound tyre. So sprint race with a sting in the tail here. We've got several drivers jumping for the soft compound. It's in the perfect window to take that to the end at pace.
Back racing for a sprint to the line here at Barcelona, and Richard Verschoor already demonstrating his pace.
Here come Verschoor and Dunn then, and look at the grip differential as they make their way through turn 3. Verschoor looking to the inside of Beganovic. He's got so much more grip on the brakes.
Richard Verschoor down the inside of Dino Beganovic, and he will take the place. Surely at the next corner, he's going to be brave on the brakes round the outside. That's 1 ticked off, 7 to go.
Put your front wing down the inside. He'll drive clean around the outside. He's getting close on the apex of 7 between Dunn and Beganovic.
Pepe Marti there, almost contact with the Invicta car, Roman Stanek, who runs wide, and that's going to be 2 more places gained for Verschoor. 1 gain there, Roman Stanek next, and he's going to go down the outside on the brakes and try and take the position round the outside. Can he do it? He uses all the track, and Richard Verschoor is now up to P6. as Richard Verschoor has made another place. Now he's past Miata.
All the way up to P5 for Richard Verschoor. There you can see the difference. Hard compound tyre on Miata, soft on Verschoor. They've got way more pace than the hard compound runners expected, and Verschoor now to the inside of Miney for P4.
It's just a matter of when, not if, it seems now, with the pace that Richard Verschoor is showing, and Alex Dunn is right with him. Down the inside he goes to take 5th place. Verschoor's on the podium. He's passed Leo Fornaroli, and Alex Dunn will be next to do it. Alex Dunn is now staring at a possible podium finish. He's going to go by Leo Fornaroli, 19th place, about to pass 1st place in this race. Wow, absolutely amazing. And Richard Verschoor is going to go down the outside of Jack Crawford, and he takes the lead of this sprint race on lap 24. Alex Dunn from 19th is right there. Then it will be the battle between him and Richard Verschoor, as Alex Dunn says see you later to Jack Crawford and goes all the way around the outside. Look at Villa Gomez in the orange and black Van Amersfoort car. What a day they are having here at Barcelona. He now goes down the inside of Browning. He's up into P4. Rafael Villa Gomez looking to get his first podium in Formula 2. Around the outside, and Villa Gomez with much more grip goes by Jack Crawford. Sebastian Montoya, he takes us through journeys in these Formula 2 races. He's doing it again, and now down the inside he goes of Luke Browning. What a journey it has been for Richard Verschoor in this race. He was almost out of the points, but after that pit stop for the soft tyres, he charged his way through the order, and Richard Verschoor is going to win the sprint race here at Barcelona. Behind it's 19th to 2nd for Alex Dunn, and Rafael Villa Gomez will take his first podium in FIA Formula 2. A huge congratulations to Rafael Villa Gomez.
Yes, mate, I love it, Oh, amazing, car stunts, everything, but we managed. Of course, not with the racing car, but this was a good one, mate. Thanks a lot. Thanks to you, bravo, Richard.
Richard Verschoor won the race by 0.3 of a second ahead of Alex Dunn. The first trip to the podium for Rafael Villa Gomez, Jack Crawford 4th, then Montoya, Martins, Browning, Leo Fornaroli taking the last point, then Lindblad and Mega Tunif. 15 points between the top 5 in the championship. It's incredibly close. All still to play for in terms of the championship, and we're only at round 6 of 14 as well. And we are go for the feature race here at Barcelona. Great launch off the line for Arvid Lindblad, and he immediately comes over to cover off any challenges of the Prema Racing driver of Sebastian Montoya, who moves over to the outside there to take the racing line through the first corner. It's Lindblad leading Montoya, leading Richard Verschoor, and then it's the first of the Invicta Racing drivers, which is Roman Stanek, as they come through turn 3 and up to turn 4. A clean start next along the first of the Williams Academy cars, which is Luke Browning, and then behind that we have Joshua Dirksen looking to get some points today. Behind that, Pepe Marti, who's made a great start to this race, Alex.
Beautifully controlled start from Arvid Lindblad. It's Dirksen now trying to make moves up the inside in the AIX. Arvid Lindblad streaking out front, but what a start from Richard Verschoor, making his way through into the 3rd place position as they make their way now towards turn 9 for the first time.
Hard charging Pepe Marti, 11th on the grid, and now he is up to P6. What a start on home soil. Alex Dunn, the Papaya livery, rode in down the inside there of Jack Crawford. Almost contact between the pair as they go wheel to wheel through the first 2 corners.
This the battle of the alternative strategy, and look at that. Around the outside goes Miata of turn 3. That's a brilliant move, with Dunn being held up on the apex of 1. They need to make sure that they hang on to these tyres, though, because they've got a long way to go on the hard.
Important pit stops coming up for Richard Verschoor and Luke Browning, Alex.
Yeah, Verschoor and Browning in. All the time they've got this soft tyre working, they'll keep it on. There looks to be a decent pace differential between the soft and the hard here, with the soft looking a better tyre until it really falls away. Decent stop for Verschoor.
This is a key pit stop for Prema Racing and Sebastian Montoya. That looked very tidy by them, has to be said, so well done to the Prema team. And they will come back out. Richard Verschoor is to the right in the orange MP. He's got a handy gap now over Luke Browning. Does he get ahead here of Roman Stanek? Has Roman Stanek been able to get ahead? No, Richard Verschoor keeps that place. In the background, though, Luke Browning is struggling to keep that position over Josh Dirksen. Josh Dirksen has forced to be able to go over the circuit there and will have to give that position back.
This is such an important pit stop for Campos. It was 36 seconds on the way into the pit lane. They need to get this absolutely right for Lindblad because the drivers pursuing him, Montoya coming down the front straight, are going to have warm tyres here. So Lindblad needs not only a bit of space out front, but also a little bit of a gap if he possibly can to make sure that he's not under pressure from behind. Lindblad then has got out nicely in front of Sebastian Montoya. How quickly, though, can he get these tyres up to temperature, and how quickly can he pass the traffic ahead, which is a complicator for the Red Bull Juniors race?
And that was Joshua Dirksen deciding pretty late on that he was going to defend there from Luke Browning, round 2 of this fight.
It's a 5-second penalty for Dirksen, but that critically doesn't get him out of the way of Browning, who looks like he has slightly better pace in this phase. Critical move then for the Red Bull Junior. Gabriele Mini can do nothing about it, but that is a second lost in his battle with Montoya.
This is Ritomo Miata, who's closed in on Luke Browning, but sadly is now off into the gravel. Slight contact between the pair as they went side by side.
Jack Crawford, the first of those on the alternative strategy to pit, and that is very early indeed for Crawford to be taking that soft compound tyre through to the end of the race. Look at the grip differential, though, for Crawford, who's going to make the move on Dirksen, who almost loses the rear.
Now, was there contact between the pair there? It looked like there may have been.
Yeah, so this is Crawford trying to make his way around the outside of Joshua Dirksen, who just has no grip at all, and there is contact, look.
Oh, well, that's for Rafael Villagomez, and if he can't get going, this could change things. The marshals are trying to just get that car back into the gap, and if Rafael Villagomez can do that, that will be good work for him. Great work by the marshals here, I have to say. We watch now Pepe Marti going by Dino Beganovic, the last driver to stop in this race. On board now with Dunn in a similar scenario to the likes of Crawford. Those two at one stage were the overall leaders in this race. They're now trying to charge through on that alternative strategy. And right on the back of Roman Stanek is Kushmaini, and he goes down the inside to take 7th place into turn 1.
There's Crawford then going up the inside, having massive pace, easy pass then, and he finds himself up into the top 4. Now the gap really needs to be bridged, doesn't it? 6 seconds up the road will be Verschoor, and all they can do is push on. Alexander Dunn up the inside of Roman Stanek in turn 7.
Jack Crawford moved on Pepe Marti.
Easy stuff. There are not too many candy from a baby moves in Formula 2, but that definitely is one. Alex Dunn scoots up to the back of Pepe Marti. You can sense, though, slightly the grip and purchase of that soft compound tyre in comparison to the hard, just plateauing ever so slightly. They can't quite make those big round the outside moves anymore. They're having to work for it a little more in the later laps of this one.
Great dive down the inside here for Alex Dunn, and wastes no time in getting by Pepe Marti. The Aston Martin back driver trying to get after a podium. These are 2 drivers in that top 6 in the championship, and Jack Crawford not quite able to get the move done that time, but Richard Verschoor all of a sudden is a lot closer to Sebastian Montoya. Arvid Lindblad with a 4.3 second gap. That should just be enough. Oh, well, we have a slowing Invicta car. Now yellow flag is out. Leo Fornaroli goes from bad to worse for Leo Fornaroli, and that could be a safety car. Into turn 10 we go, and safety car is out. Well, he's not going to get his opportunity. Jack Crawford charging through the field, but the safety car is out, and you feel that might be to the end of the race. We feel that front left, there might be a problem with that in terms of the wheel being attached. So in terms of safety, he's just pulled over there. And Arvid Lindblad What a performance it has been. He's coming out of the final corner. He's going to put Campos Racing on the top step on home soil to take his first feature race win in FIA Formula 2.
First feature race win. Come on! Come on! Ah, yes! Come on, man! Yes! Yes! Oh, what a race! Thank you so much.
Arvid Lindblad wins the feature race here at Barcelona ahead of Sebastian Montoya. Richard Verschoor, Jack Crawford would have been disappointed with fourth. Then it was Dunn, Marty on home soil, Miney, Martins, Miata and Gabriele Mini. Tough one to call in terms of the title fight. Still plenty of names in it, just 14 points between the top 5 in the championship. Bit of a break now, but join us again for round 7 at Red Bull Ring on the 28th and 29th of June. And we are go for round 7 sprint race in Formula 2, and Joshua Dirksen goes straight through into the lead. It's been a poor start for John Bennett, who's been swallowed up by the pack. Going through to second place is Roman Stanek. Through to third, we've got Pepe Marti, and Amaury Cordial has gone through to fourth. So John Bennett down to fifth, and he's under pressure from the papaya of Alex Dunn, who's going to go to the outside. We've got a change up ahead. That's Pepe Marti down the inside of Roman Stanek, and a change for second place there. Alex Dunn tried to make a move on John Bennett but ran wide, and we're side by side for second place, Alex.
Stanek forced wide, as is Dunn. Stanek's going to have a look down to the outside, is he, of turn 4. Thinking better of that, the move on Pepe Marti. They're side by side as well. It's Verschoor versus the championship leader Dunn. And was there a little bit of contact on the apex of turn 4?
Yes, top 2 in the championship who are split by just 3 points. Points go to your top 8 in this race. So this is for points. And that's running wide is Victor Martins, who's run wide onto the gravel briefly, rejoined. So this is for sure gaining inroads on Alex Dunn in this championship as they head up towards the final 2 corners. John Bennett under threat from Richard Verschoor as they climb turn 3. Behind that, it's Leo Fornaroli, and contact, car on its roof. Big incident, Arvid Lindblad, and that is one of the Trident cars who has gone over, and a red flag straight away. Megatunif reports he's okay.
There we have the scene then, and Megatunif is the driver who is upside down in the middle of the road there. So getting then down towards turn 3, we're looking for the car of Browning. And and it is the Trident very late on the brakes to the inside there. Of the 2 Tridents, it's Megatunif who goes tumbling, and then it's Esterson who is involved right at the end of the incident, the 22 car of Megatunif tumbling there. He'll look back at that as one of the more optimistic moves he's made. And Browning so close to having the Trident encroach on the cockpit there. We'll chalk another one up for the halo, guys, as the roll hoop of the Trident tries to encroach the cockpit for Browning, and the halo prevents it. To be honest with that one, I'm just delighted to see them all right.
Yeah, likewise. And that is Sami Megatunif walking away. He'll go to the medical centre for checks. And we are back racing for round 7 sprint race, and Joshua Dirksen has made a great start up towards the first corner there, and he's got a lead already of 0.7 of a second over Pepe Marti. Roman Stanek in third place, Amaury Cordial fourth, and then it's John Bennett in fifth, who's under pressure straight away from that orange MP of Richard Verschoor as they head up towards turn 3. Richard Verschoor, is he going to get on the attack of John Bennett? He looks to the outside. Leo Fornaroli coming under pressure from Alex Dunn, who goes round the outside there, and we've got a yellow flag out for something, I think, at turn 3. Dino Beganovic off. Well, we saw the sort of dust being kicked up in the air, and we did not see exactly how this one played out.
Down towards turn 3, we're looking a little further back down the field, and it's going to be a move then coming in and straight turned around. I think Beganovic is going to try to get that back underway again and be unable to do so.
Yeah, Ollie Gerther it was.
Great job.
Perfect restart for Joshua Dirksen, not so perfect for Pepe Marti. He's under pressure from that yellow Invicta of Roman Stanek out of turn 1, and the climb begins up to turn 3 now. We'll have to wait Another lap or so for that DRS to become enabled as they head up to the braking zone at turn 3. Amaury Cordeel trying to become the first Belgian on the podium in Formula 2. Sat there in 4th, and there is an ambitious move for Alex Dunn. Maybe a slightly frustrated Alex Dunn now, knowing he's carrying that 5-second penalty. On to lap 10, up to the braking zone at turn 3. And Martins is having to defend from Montoya, runs wide. Montoya says thank you very much. Through he goes, and they're going to be side by side on the exit. Good driving this from Montoya. He's had 2 podiums in 2 rounds, has been very calculated with his driving to do that, and that's another place gained for the Prema driver. Back to Martins versus Dunn in the boxing ring. Oh, and they almost came together there, and Martins forced to run wide. Down to turn 4, Marty has DRS, will use that to his advantage to go down the outside. The Red Bull Junior at the Red Bull Ring takes the race lead in the sprint race. Pepe Marty hits the front in this sprint race at round 7. Great move round the outside, but Joshua Dirksen wants it straight back into turn 6. They're side by side. Pepe Marty now trying to pull the switch back. Great driving from Joshua Dirksen. Into the braking zone, and Pepe Marty lunges down the inside of Joshua Dirksen, but we're going to be possibly 3 wide on the exit. Rom and Stanek right there, 3 of them, nose to tail, down to turn 4. Who's going to emerge in the lead? Pepe Marty trying to hold off Joshua Dirksen, who goes down the outside, and Pepe Marty looks like he's just held on to the lead. Richard Verschoor has the DRS, should be able to use that to complete this move into turn 4, and he's going to go around the outside of John Bennett, and that will be the championship lead for Richard Verschoor, Alex.
Oh, it's getting messy though, isn't it? Verschoor struggling with the brakes there. You see the front brakes aglow as he made his way down to turn 4, and I think he actually ran out of braking on the apex there. You're on board with Fornaroli, trying to watch Mini go round the outside of Bennett, which he's going to do in the first part. Can he hang on for the second part? He can, through the exit of turn 8. Brilliant move from Gabriele Mini.
Yeah, side by side. That was a great move from Gabriele Mini to get by John Bennett. And Amaury Cordeel right there, but he's ran wide. Oh, and no, he spun the car. Amaury Cordeel, I do not believe it, has spun. Oh, and going straight into him was Gabriele Mini, and we have a pile-up down at turn 3.
So the car, you can see far ahead. Amaury Cordeel is going to spin on the exit. Oh, actually, this is Fornaroli, so it's making a move as well. It's just no way that you're going to be able to avoid that. Pure misfortune. Cordeel's lost the engine. He can't get out of the way.
And it's Pepe Marty who comes across the line to win for the 2nd time this season. A great drive from Pepe Marty.
Well done, mate. Good job, guys. Car was amazing, and strategy was perfect.
Pepe Marty taking his 2nd win of the season ahead of 2 drivers who returned to the podium in Dirksen and Stanek. And then Verschoor, Montoya, Dunn, Martins, Miata were your points finishers. Villagomez just missed out on the points in 9th. Esterson, a first top 10 finish for him. And then Goethe, Shields, Cordeel, Mini, Bennett, Fornaroli, and Miney. Cordeel, Mini, Bennett, Fornaroli in that last lap incident. Champagne celebrations then, and we leave with just 1 point between Alex Dunn and Richard Verschoor. Very close in terms of the championship. They're just 17 points between the top 5. We are go for the feature race. Great launch for the pink Alpine Academy car of Gabriele Mini for the 2nd row, and he's going to go straight down the inside of Victor Martins. A bit of contact there possibly for the papaya of Alex Dunn, but it's Leo Fornaroli leading Richard Verschoor, the orange MP car, down towards turn 3 for the first time. Richard Verschoor looking to the outside. We're going to be side by side for the lead at turn 3. Verschoor trying to go all the way round the outside of the pole sitter, and they will be side by side now down to turn 4, Alex.
Brilliant racing between these 2 charges. Verschoor on the outside, Fornaroli on the inside as they battle for the lead on this first lap of the Formula 2 feature race. Surely Fornaroli's going to snatch the inside and snatch the position. It looked like he does as they make their way through the middle of turn 4.
Joshua Dirksen and Pepe Marti, the winner from yesterday, flying with confidence and flying down the inside of Dirksen and Pepe Marti up to P5 from 12th on the grid, so he's charged through the order. Alex Dunn's going to make the move here, sells the dummy down the inside, almost into the gravel, but Alex Dunn just about finds enough space on the inside and move complete. Great driving from Alex Dunn, but Pepe Marti is going to get the switchback on the exit, and they'll be side by side to turn 4.
Outstanding spatial awareness there from Pepe Marti, just ducks the nose underneath. Dunn will be the one who takes the DRS, but Marti has the inside line and is able to snatch the position as the apex falls away of turn 4.
Victor Martins is going to go through to the effective lead of the race, and there's Vachour coming round in the orange MP, will be side by side with him, and that is the jump, and Vachour is through, so Fornaroli has dropped to 3rd place now.
We're on board with Dunn. 2 cars ahead is Fornaroli. Having a look at the rear of the driver who's just passed us. Up the inside goes Marti. Brave move.
Marti sends it down at turn 3 on Fornaroli, and if it wasn't going to be Marti making a move, it was going to be Dunn, and Dunn is going to do that down towards turn 4. Who's going to come ahead out of all of this? It's Marti round the outside of the reigning Formula 3 champion. They'll be side by side on the exits, but Pepe Marti goes through and what will be into the podium places. Great driving from the Red Bull Junior. Now let's jump on board with the championship leader round the outside at turn 6, and he goes ahead of Leo Fornaroli.
We're back with this battle.
And this is Alex Dunn down the inside at turn 3. This battle raging on. This could be for the podium places come later in the race, and Alex Dunn leading the championship by 1 point ahead of Richard Vachour. So this, a key fight for the Irishman, and that moves him ahead of Pepe Marti. Is this the moment he makes the move?
Marti with the DRS.
Oh, there we go.
Wow, late on the brakes for Fornaroli.
Down the inside at turn 3, and that was a very good move. Left it very late, changed his line under braking and caught Pepe Marti napping. So that is why he's a Formula 3 champion. Leo Fornaroli. Battle for the lead, for sure. Comes down to turn 3. Is this the moment he takes the lead? Down the inside he goes, and that is going to be the lead, or is it? Switchback move for Martins on the exit, and this is the fight for the lead of the race on lap 15 at the Red Bull Ring. Let's jump on board with Richard Vachour down to turn 4.
6th and 7th for now, but it will become the lead. Brave stuff from Vachour.
Will we see Alex Dunn be able to get close enough to make an attempt of a pass? Here we go. Yes, we will. Alex Dunn sends it into turn 4. There's almost contact between the pair, and Victor Martins almost off into the gravel, but Alex Dunn gets his elbows out and he goes through. Fornaroli now has his eyes on the podium places, looks to the outside as the reigning Formula 3 champion. There comes the yellow Invicta first, and Leo Fornaroli has the position. Into 3rd place he goes.
Well clear was Fornaroli. Martins without the traction on the exit, but now we'll have the DRS again down towards turn 4.
Round 2, then into turn 4 we go, and Martins is going to go all the way round the outside and take the position straight back. So it was having the DRS. Martins almost didn't mind losing that place because he knew he was going to take it straight back. Fornaroli is going to go for it once more, this time to the outside, under the brakes, and we're side by side, almost wheel-to-wheel contact as Victor Martins defends his position, and now Fornaroli is going to lose a place to Pepe Marti, who goes straight through on the exit. Martins has the position, has DRS, and now it's Marti that's needing to defend. Oh, and contact between Marti and Martins. Martins running wide, and now Fornaroli in the yellow Invicta side by side with Marti. Is it going to be Fornaroli into 3rd place now? Not quite. Do we have any damage, I wonder, to Marti? He seems okay for now, but round the outside goes Fornaroli. He's in 3rd place now. 10-second penalty for Pepe Marti for causing a collision. Jack Crawford within the championship fight, and he's trying to find a gap on the outside. There's just a car's width, and Crawford's going to go charging down the outside. He's been a winner here before, knows how to win round this place. We're going to be 3 wide on the exit from right to left. It's Martins, Browning and Crawford. Crawford goes down the inside there of Browning and has found one place. Can he get another Williams Academy car? So Martins now leads this pack. Crawford next, but Crawford runs a little bit wide under braking. braking, and now Browning's going to be side by side with them. Great racing this, and Crawford has made one position. He's ticked off one Williams driver. Now he's going to go after the other. Let's watch this battle. Crawford, this is the battle for what would now be 4th place with that 10-second penalty for Pepe Marti. And Jack Crawford goes through and into what will be an effective P4 as long as they can stay within 10 seconds. He's going really fast. Here we go. Move down the inside in towards turn 10. And that's how much more grip he has, Alex.
Yeah, making the move then. He's going to run out of laps, though, here, isn't he, Montoya? Because we are moving now on to lap 40 of 40.
Sebastian Montoya, how many more places can he gain? Oh, and running wide on the exit there. That's Victor Martin, so Montoya surely is going to get another place. Here he goes down the inside to the left. That's Sebastian Montoya on those quicker tyres, and he's going to charge down the inside, and that will be P6. If he's within 10 seconds of Marti, that could be P5 for the Colombian.
Yeah,
we got a spin somewhere.
Heard it was a relatively spectacular incident, and launches over that inside curve, and that's a big old bounce across the road. They're going side by side still, down towards turn 4. Martin's to the outside of Browning. Can he snatch the position?
Side by side are the two Williams Academy cars. We got Martins and Browning. Martins just ahead of Browning. Browning trying to get down the inside of them, and they'll be side by side into 7. Wheel-to-wheel contact almost between the pair. But out front, it will be a return to the top step of the podium at the Red Bull Ring for Richard Verschoor, who will take the lead of the championship with it from Alex Dunn.
Bravo, 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 bravo. Yes! Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Richard Verschoor taking the checkered flag first ahead of Alex Dunn. Fornaroli, a 4th podium for him. Jack Crawford coming through the field to take 4th. Then Sebastian Montoya on the alternative strategy. Luke Browning up from 17th. 6 points separate the top two. Who will emerge the leader when we go racing at Silverstone? Join us in just a few days' time. To the left of screen is Kushmaini, to the right is Leo Fornaroli, and we are go for 21 laps of sprint racing, and it's a great start for Kushmaini, who's gone straight into the lead of the race, and he will take us through Abbey for the first time as we make our way towards that first braking zone. Sebastian Montoya under pressure from the other Invicta car, the yellow car of Roman Stanek, goes round the outside off the circuit, and now he'll be to the inside. Leo Fornaroli, his teammate, trying to get that lead back as we hit Wellington Straight for the first time. Sebastian Montoya has a bit of a gap now in 3rd place, but look at Fornaroli. He wants this lead back as we head towards Brooklands. We're going to be side by side for the lead of this Formula 2 race. Kushmaini getting his elbows out, trying to defend, and Fornaroli round the outside at Luffield. Can't quite get the lead back. Almost contact on the exit of Luffield, and they'll be side by side now through Woodcote into Copse Corner. Great racing from Fornaroli.
They're still going to be side by side into the hardest corner lap at Copse. What's Miney going to do? He tucks in. He was too focused on running him out of road there on Luffield, and then left the gap. And Fornaroli has got the lead back. Verschoor has dropped a lot of places off the grid. But listen, just bogged down, and look at those cars disappearing in the background, and he's just all in his mirrors working out to go left or right, and by that point it's all done. Has a huge snap there, nearly went into the side of another car that could have picked up puncture or front wing damage. Goes on the heavy damage. Look at this, Marnie really focused on running us out wide here, but then leaves the door open, and Fornaroli went, well fine, if I can't go around the outside I'll just take the inside, see you later. Side by side, speed getting out to 260, 270 kilometers an hour.
Well, Browning having a look and now wanting to get by, but Lindblad trying to hold him off. Okay, it's going to be side by side down into Vale. Oh, it's going to be banging wheels between the two countrymen there. Lindblad just holding on for now, but Browning and Lindblad getting their elbows out in front of the home crowd here as we head down Hamilton Straight, and Browning showing his intent to get through, but Lindblad in response showing his intent to defend.
He's losing so much time. There's a group now 1.7 seconds behind Martin, and that's really hurting. If this wasn't for the last point, I don't think Lindblad would be defending this hard as Browning finally gets down the inside. Great move, gets it stopped as well, importantly to stop Lindblad getting the run, but now it's going to be a race down the Wellington Straight.
Great move there from Browning, caught Lindblad napping, and now Lindblad will want to attack straight back. Here we go through Brooklands. Is he going to send it all the way around the outside? He's going to give it a go, but Browning politely showing him to the outside of the circuit. This battle continues. Oh, Alex Dunn, lock up for him, and now he'll be forced to go defensive, and Gabriele Mini's going to go round the outside. There's not going to be room there, surely, and Gabriele Mini's gone wide, and I think that could be front wing damage for the Italian.
Yeah, and rear right.
Yeah, and I think, is that a puncture for Alex Dunn? I think it is. The Irishman is slowing down, heading down Wellington Straight. Looks like right rear puncture. Okay, side by side, here we go. We are side by side for second place, and Sebastian Montoya makes his move to go by Kushmini, and that is the first move in the chasing pack. And Sebastian Montoya first to blink, going through into second place. Now it's about what pace does he have in comparison to Leo Fornaroli. The yellow Invicta closing. There comes the move and the lunge into Stowe, and there's almost contact between the pair. Kushmini having to back out and leave a bit of space for Stanek. Right, we continue this on down to Vale. Stanek looking to the outside, and he's going to go all the way around the outside and almost off the circuit. Dirksen will try and get the switch back now through Club Corner, and they'll be side by side coming onto the Hamilton Straight. Here we go, how about this? Try and move around the outside at Comp's Corner. I'll have some of that, says Pepe Marti, but goes off onto the runoff there and rejoins behind his teammate. We've still got 3 more laps of this, and Kushmini is doing a great job so far to hang on. Oh, around the outside, Victor Martins, all the way around the outside of Crawford, and now he's got the inside line. Meanwhile, Stanek to the inside there of Miney, briefly touching on the exit of Luffield. Yellow flag is out somewhere, but for now, we continue to watch this fight there. Line astern into Cop's Corner, and we've got Vishaw looking to the outside of Browning, and Kushmini still holds on. We're back green. Fastest second sector for Sebastian Montoya, who's closing the gap to Fornaroli. Meanwhile, we're side by side for Stanek, who goes round the outside, appears to have gone off the circuit and has gone by Kushmini. In towards Vale we go. Roman Stanek has gone through, but he's gone off the circuit there. Surely he'll have to give that place back.
We saw exactly the same thing happen in Formula 3 earlier, and the position had to be given back. Was it different this time? Did Kushmini push him out wide there? Did he have anywhere to go, Stanek? Or was that avoiding an incident? I think he'll just keep the position and he'll fight it in the steward's room after the race.
Yeah, for reference, we had a 10-second time penalty for an F3 driver earlier for pretty much, I'd say, exactly the same thing. So, and that was during the race. That was given just as we went to checkered flag. So I wonder if the Invicta guys will be discussing that on pit wall now.
Hey Roman, if you are not alongside his front axle at the apex, we need to give it back. No, I wasn't.
Well,
not being a biased driver, but I think he was alongside more so than we saw Niall earlier. And therefore, contact between Browning and damage on both of them. Is for sure going to be able to strike.
Contact there between Browning and Martins, and Vishaw is going to go by there. The pole sitter for tomorrow, that was just coming out of Luffield there, and we almost saw both of them facing in the wrong direction. Drama at the end of this race. We've got Roman Stanek, who's possibly gone off the circuit to pass Kushmini. Joshua Dirksen now fancies what could be a podium here as he's right behind Miney. But meanwhile, out front, it's been 4 years in the making for Leonardo Fornaroli. He was our Formula 3 champion last year, and round the final corner, he is now a race winner in FIA Formula 2 as he crosses the line to take the checkered flag. Leo Fornaroli, your winner of the sprint race here at Silverstone, from champion to winner in F2. Meanwhile, side by side across the line there between Crawford and Dirksen.
Good job there. Very good job, race mate. Oh, what a race. Oh, very close at the end, mate. Oh, yeah. Oh, finally, mate. Finally.
Leonardo Fornaroli, a winner now in Formula 2. Sebastian Montoya finishing 1.4 back from him in the end, ran him all the way to the line. Roman Stanek getting third from Kushmini in the latter stages of the race to return to the podium once again. Joshua Dirksen fifth, just ahead of Chad Crawford by 1,000th of a second. A fantastic move to get that lead back straight away at the start. And after that, he was quite simply unbeatable. Today is Leonardo Fornaroli's day. He is a winner in FIA Formula 2, and there'll be a queue to congratulate him. And we are go at Silverstone, and Victor Martin's a terrible launch, and it's going to be the American Jack Crawford in the Dams Lucas Oil car who goes straight through into the lead through Abbey. Alex Dunn in second place, and Roman Stanek in the yellow Invicta through third. Through the spray there, the drivers making their way through the order. Victor Martin's trying to hold on to third, but he's lost it to Roman Stanek round the outside. Dirksen fighting away with Sebastian Montoya for fourth and fifth place as they head now onto Wellington Straight for the first time. A brilliant start for Jack Crawford, who leads us now down to Brooklands for the first time. Joe Osborne.
It just didn't look like Victor Martins went or got the revs right. It was a disastrous start from there, and Crawford on his toes and was past him within 50 metres of the start. As we can see, a battle pack forming here. So far clean through the first 6 corners of this lap.
Jack Crawford, perfect start, and we talked about how you had to just adjust to getting off the line here, and he is away and clear. Alex Dunn just trying to get out of the spray going down to Copse. Victor Martins third, Roman Stanek fourth, and it's Joshua Dirksen. Here is Arvid Lindblad round the outside of his countryman Luke Browning around Copse corner. Brave stuff from the 17-year-old through Maggots and Beckett's. Less than a second between your leaders, Crawford and Dunn. Out front, there comes a super lunge from Luke Browning on Arvid Lindblad. Can he get the car stopped? Yes, he's going to be side by side with Lindblad on the exit of the corner, and they will remain side by side on the exit. This was the pinch point where we saw contact yesterday, and Browning sensibly just getting out of that one. Good racing room between the pair.
As they go down the Hanger Straight, no DRS at the moment because of the wet conditions, but look at the pace from the slipstream into Stowe. Browning trying to go round the outside now, brakes at the same point, going to run side by side for the first part. Browning now level on the axle. He's got the space, he runs wide to the rule, the FIA mandate. That is a legal overtake in my opinion, but Lindblad coming round the outside into Vale. This battle rages on.
They've been side by side for almost half a lap here. Now Luke Browning surely can cut under and get the move complete. There goes Luke Browning, gets the move complete onto Hamilton Straight, and Browning, after setting that up for a few corners, is now through and into 8th place. Great racing from the high-tech driver.
He's got the run on Verschoor. Is Verschoor going to defend? He does halfly and then squeezes Brown to the outside because he knows Brown doesn't want to be on that curb. Browning sends it to the inside. What a switchback on the way in. So much confidence in this car at the moment. Great move by Luke Browning. And is Browning just sitting there in the wings waiting for something to happen between these two, and then he can pounce, or is he just going to send it 3 wide round Luffield? It's like NASCAR at this point. It's not going to work out for Browning, but Dirksen potentially is going to get the move done and jump ahead of Stanek.
Yeah, Stanek ran wide there, and that opened the door for Dirksen, and we know Browning loves an overtake into Copse corner. Will he do it this time? No, we'll be side by side ahead though. Dirksen ushering Stanek wide there to the exit, and that's allowed Browning to go through on the exit. Dirksen looking for the wet patches up to Maggots and Beckett's, and that's where Browning are side by side with Stanek. So Browning up into 5th, Dirksen up into 4th. These 3 drivers fighting for the championship. 3 drivers who are in that championship fight, split by 37 points. The top 6 are split by 37 points, and Luke Browning included in that. And he's got a big opportunity to take advantage today with Verschoor struggling, Fornaroli struggling, Lindblad struggling. So Luke Browning, it's over to you to take advantage, and there he goes in front of a cheering grandstand at Luffield. Luke Browning goes through and into 4th place.
As we get a replay, this was what we suspected, wasn't it? Lindblad and Verschoor with contact. We're coming onto the Wellington Straight now. Boot full of welly down this straight, and he just runs into the back of him, doesn't judge the front of his car well enough. It then loses the momentum, and that's how he loses the place to Fornaroli. Yeah, trying to dry the apron there of pit lane, so if they do go to slicks, the car doesn't just sit there wheel spinning when they put away. Browning with a great run round the outside now. We saw contact here yesterday at this exact moment, but this time Browning easily ahead. Great move. The entry into Luffield, so aggressive with his speed, and you can hear the crowd applauding the British driver.
They have been out on these wet tyres now for over 21 laps. They've got Luke Browning closing in with every lap. Alex Dunn can't quite get through, but this is the closest he has been to the race lead. Oh, and here we go. Here we go. Gabriele Mini has gone for it. He's gone onto the slick tyres.
So we do have soft, hard and wet tyres all being put on in the stop. We'll get a great illustration of traction coming up the hill there, and Mini just spinning up the rears, unable to go anywhere, and expect another big snap of oversteer there as finally...
Oh, he's gone straight into the side of Ollie Goethe, I think that was, and that is Mini. Well, that shows you the grip on those slick tyres.
The engineers have been obsessed with slick tyres for this car. What are they going to do? Is Browning going to overrule and say, I want the wets with only 6 laps remaining? I think there's not enough time to get the slicks hot and then a benefit. Wets has got to be the call while they're fresh as done, looking to attack into turn 3.
I wonder if that Mini incident has just influenced their decision there as Alex Dunn looks to the inside of Jack Crawford. Almost contact between them there. We've got a yellow flag out somewhere. Jack Crawford trying to hold on, and it's wet tyres on, and I think that might have just been confirmation for them what we saw with Gabriele Mini. So Browning blinks first, and he wasn't far behind these guys. Meanwhile, this is the closest we've been. Alex Dunn now side by side with Crawford. There's a virtual safety car, so you cannot pit under a virtual safety car. Crawford just got in, so he's in. Now, did he make it across the line? That was close.
I think not. I think he had committed to pit lane, but he did not cross the pit entry line before the VSC was out, in my opinion. We will get confirmation of that, of course.
And that is Roman Stanek, and another driver who has come out on cold, slick tyres and come a victim. Here comes Alex Dunn. Now emerges out the pit lane, and he will emerge in second place just ahead of Luke Browning. It's going to be a 2-lap sprint to the end. Crawford takes us back to full speed, but it was a big slide out of Stowe there for Dunn as the conditions start to worsen. Who will adapt the fastest here at Silverstone as we go back green for round 8 of the Formula 2 feature race? And Victor Martin struggling with the damage to his front wing. He's holding up the pack there as we come onto the Hamilton straight, and Dirksen has spun. Oh no, safety car. And surely that will be that. And now he will return to the top step of a podium in the feature race once again here at Silverstone as he comes across the line to take the checkered flag. A great result for the American driver.
Well done, Mr. Clinton. Great. Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes! They can't take it away from us this year, mate.
Jack Crawford dealt with those conditions the best, and that is why he got to the flag first. Well done to the American driver. Alex Dunn second, Luke Browning third, then Dino Beganovic, Sebastian Montoya, Leo Fornaroli, Richard Verschoor. You feel with the performances he's putting in very different conditions this season, that he deserves to be very highly considered. And damn, Lucas Oil just keep continuing to impress around here. That's now 4 wins for them. We are go for the sprint race here at Spa, and a rocket ship launch there for Leo Fornaroli, who goes straight down the inside of Ollie Goethe to take the lead of the race in this sprint race. And it's Fornaroli now leading us down towards the ridge. Oh, an incident at the back. I think that was one of the Williams juniors who has gone off into the gravel, and a Dams car involved in that as well. But it's certainly Fornaroli who leads us from Amaury Cordeel. Ollie Goethe is in P3, and a spin up the hill as well. That's one of the MP cars going round, and a virtual safety car.
Richard Verschoor, the driver who leads the championship, has spun on lap 1 of the sprint race here in Spa.
And it was Luke Browning, the Williams Academy driver, out at the first corner. Thankfully, after that spin, it seems no contact was made to the car of Verschoor, but championship leader, as you mentioned, and he is tumbled all the way down to 21st place.
So Crawford manages to clear the runoff area and continue. Browning gets stuck, and they're just sandwiched on the outside of La Source.
It looks like Verschoor was involved as well. I think here's going to be the contact.
So Verschoor doesn't realise then. It's the textbook not realising you're 3 wide on the apex for Richard Verschoor. And so there's contact there. Maybe then damage as Verschoor turns into Eau Rouge, and the car just lets go on him in the mid-corner. So Verschoor, it seems, will be out.
And that is the moment we all held our breath, but thankfully great avoidance from all the drivers around him to get by the Orange MP Championship leader of Richard Verschoor.
Lindblad just trying to make an attack, but now the toes are being given out on the way down to Les Combes.
And up in the background, the papaya of Alex Dunn is looking to get the move complete on Rotoma Miata, and through he goes. Dunn third in the standings. The top 2 are out of the points or out of the race, so these are crucial moves. That puts Alex Dunn into the points here. Up the road, Cordial is no longer looking forwards. He's having to look backwards. That's Roman Stanek making a move on Rotoma Miata. Is this going to be a move from Mini this time? Lindblad certainly thinks so. He's come across to cover off Gabriele Mini, who looks to the outside. These two fighting with each other in Formula 3 this year, and they're continuing it now in Formula 2.
Oh, that was brave on the brakes from Lindblad to make sure he got back down the inside, and he's never going to let Gabriele Mini round the outside of the second bottleneck. Come done to the inside. Can he hold it there? Because there's a lot more grip down low. No, Gabriele Mini still just about hangs on to it. And this is the moment for Goethe. Absolute monster with his arms twisted in the cockpit trying to catch the car, and he did really well to hold on to first the car and second the position down towards Les Combes. Here we are then with Victor Martins. That is the ultimate toe. And look how much Goethe's now struggling to keep the car flat out. Surely the overspeed for Martins will be enough.
Yeah, this should be enough to go straight down the outside of the Kemmel Straight, and Ollie Goethe can do nothing but watch Victor Martins go through and into the podium places. The ART driver now into third, and he will set his sights on Amaury Cordial up there in second place. Up Kemmel Straight now, and this looks good for Victor Martins. He's put himself in a very good position through the first few corners. Are we about to see that ART pop out and go down the outside? I think we are. He's going to take it all the way round the outside at Les Combes. That's brave stuff. Oh, but there's contact with Amaury Cordial, who's off into the gravel and into the barriers and out of the race. The Belgian driver on home soil is not going to get his first podium. He's out of the race.
So Victor Martins is going to get all the way around the outside here. He's aligned on the outside of the corner. He deserves to be there from that point. Cordial just cannot keep the car in and washes into him. You cannot lay any blame at the door of Victor Martins, unfortunately, for that one.
This will mix things up. Of course, the gap between Fornaroli and Martins depletes, so any work he had to do to close that goes. It bunches the field up, but it also means the reds are going on. The soft tyres are going on. Some of the drivers, look how many have boxed. Pretty much everyone except for 5 drivers. Fornaroli, Martins, Goethe, Mini and Shields have continued. Everyone else have gone. Campos Racing get it to work, and it's a slow stop to them.
Yeah,
and that's going to lose some places. Yeah.
Slow stop from Lindblad, who's settling all the way, toppling down the field. So those soft tyres will be much colder. They've only done a lap to the back of the pack at safety car speed, but surely the differential in grip's going to be huge when they get going.
Side by side for third place. In the meantime, Mini has the toe of Martins, and that should help him go around the outside of Goethe. It does, and Marty's already ticked off a place. He's gone by Kian Shields, so has a clear view now to Ollie Goethe ahead as they head towards the Brussels hairpin. Fornaroli just has to hope that he has difficulty getting by the likes of Goethe and Mini, because look at this. Stanek is going through. Alex Dunn is going through as well. Around the outside, he sweeps round Kian Shields. Here comes Dunn down the inside of Roman Stanek. Big lunge from the Irishman, and he's through. Alex Dunn makes a place on Roman Stanek. That could be crucial. Pepe Marti is now just up the road. That could be the driver he's fighting for in the lead later in the race. Leo Fornaroli, new fastest lap. Oh, and Down the inside there goes Alex Dunn on Pepe Marti, and they'll now be side by side heading down to Eau Rouge. Alex Dunn versus Pepe Marti, both on those soft tyres, but Alex Dunn happy to allow him through and get that DRS down Kemmel Straight.
And that battling's going to cost them. They don't need this. The soft tyre guys, they need to make it through if they possibly can. It's now going to be Roman Stanek who's going to have the opportunity on the McLaren Junior. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide into Les Combes.
We almost were, and Alex Dunn now going to be punished for that. He's going to have Roman Stanek go around the outside. But as you say, Alex, they're hindering each other here because this is just allowing those ahead to break away.
And we've got a Trident stopped on the road.
There, Sami Megatuniv has stopped down the Kemmel Straight, so yellow flag is out.
This battle continues on. Pepe Marti still unable to make that move on Ollie Goethe.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. There we go. Full safety car, and that will effectively be that. Leo Fornaroli takes us round the final corner now. He officially became a Formula 2 winner last time out at Silverstone, and now he will go back-to-back in sprint races. Leo Fornaroli returns straight back to the top step of the podium. What a day for Leo Fornaroli for his championship. That goes down very, very well with some of his title contenders out.
Oh, come on. Awesome job, mate. Awesome job. You had to work for this one, mate. Awesome.
Leonardo Fornaroli takes a second win of the season. Victor Martins joining him on the podium. Gabriele Mini, a return for him as well. Leo Fornaroli winning once again. That moves him third in the standings, and it just closes things up even more in the championship. The formation lap will start behind the safety car with drivers on wet weather tyres, and race control just giving us the message that it will be a rolling start. We are green at Spa for round 9 of Formula 2 in the feature race. Ritomo Miata in second is under pressure as the yellow invictor as Roman Stanek comes charging down the inside at La Source and is going to grab second place straight away. Good instinctive driving for Roman Stanek, who's showing his intent in this race, and he gets straight on the attack there to take second place, Alex.
Inside line on the brakes.
Oh,
big
wow.
move, big moment for Stanek in the middle of Eau Rouge, and I've not spotted him there. He posts back out in front of Ritomo Miata, does he, on the exit?
Yeah, that was a big moment. He lost our camera, did Roman Stanek there, but managed to keep the car pointing in a straight line. Miata now trying to come round the outside, the ART driver, and Miata is going to take that place back. So a battle going on, this all allowing Alex Dunn to escape up the road. Looks like we are all through nice and safely on this first lap. Now attack Eau Rouge, up ready on for the first time at full racing speed, and that was a big moment for Arvid Lindblad.
Arvid Lindblad, a shimmy through the exit at Eau Rouge, manages to keep it and get it back on the road, but that is a huge moment. That will have felt very, very spicy in the cockpit for Lindblad.
Yeah, Arvid Lindblad there takes a big breath down the Kemmel Straight. In the background, Luke Browning knows he needs to make some places in this race, and that's exactly what he is doing. He's in the fight for this championship, and he's gone by Amaury Cordeel. Into Eau Rouge we go, and this becomes a very difficult corner. That's Leo Fornaroli actually going over, and this is going to leave him vulnerable now to Pepe Marti. Marti lining up the winner from yesterday. He's going to pull to the outside down the Kemmel Straight. Fornaroli had a mistake up ready on, and that's going to be a change of position. Pepe Marti taking advantage to go through. And this our fight for 7th as we go uphill.
Base of Eau Rouge, slightly wide, bit of opposite lock through the exit for Fornaroli. Surely this is going to give Mini the opportunity with the overspeed. Fornaroli sticks fast to the inside though.
Right on the inside there is Fornaroli defending for all he can down the Kemmel Straight, but Mini got the better run of Radion, and that will be the position gained for the Prema racing driver.
This is the moment that brought out the yellow flag. Jack Crawford off the road and continued down at turn 13, so that's why he tumbled down the order.
And Sebastian Montoya also joined him as well. That was not long after he made his pit stop. Luke Browning continuing his charge through the order, so doing a great job. He's gone by Leo Fornaroli. He's really struggling out there.
quietly moving forward, hasn't he, Browning? Looks to the inside on Mini, and that's a nicely posted move from Luke Browning. Will Mini be able to cut back underneath and snatch it back? He will, but there's a very long run to go. 22 seconds on the throttle down towards turn 5. There's the 5-second penalty then coming in for Victor Martins. 4 track limits. Heading then down into Le Camp for Beganovic. He's going to pick up the position. Oh, beautifully done. Snatches the inside for Malmedy Beganovic and posts it past Fornaroli. Dino Beganovic continuing to try to make this move on Pepe Marti. Can't quite make it at the moment, but we're going to see how this plays out at the front of the field, with Alex Dunn having managed to hold on to that leading position, now expected in the pit lane. Beganovic up the inside finally.
And that's a good move for Dino Beganovic. There is Dino Beganovic making his way round. And Luke Browning spun, coming out the pit lane. I don't believe it. Luke Browning has spun. The heavens have opened, and Browning has spun coming out the pit lane.
It is a really, really tricky pit lane exit, way tighter than you think. Goes for the throttle and just plain loops it through the exit. Look at that as they head down the Kemmel Straight. So much jeopardy for Alex Dunn, who needs to try and clear him. Looks to the inside.
And Ollie Goethe does not need to get out of the way. He's effectively leading the race. Yes, he hasn't done his pit stop, but there's no need for him to get out of the way. And Alex Dunn is looking to the outside, and Malmedy furiously trying to get by. And that gap to the left on the timing tower will start to shrink. It's come from 1.9 to 1.6. And Alex Dunn trying to find a gap at the Brussels hairpin, but he can't get through, Alex.
Climbs the curb. The frustration must be huge for Dunn. The grip differential's there, but he can't make it work. Nothing around the outside of turn 9 either. And look how Stanek's closed in. 1 second only now the gap. Around the outside of Pouon once more, and Goethe continues to defend.
Alex Dunn side by side round the outside of Pouon. What a move, and that was crucial for Alex Dunn in terms of his championship, in terms of going for this race win. He needed to do that move. It was round the outside for the race lead, and he has cleared Ollie Goethe. Is that Arvid Lindblad looking down the inside of Roman Stanek? It is. This will be for the podium places. Lindblad trying to get a move done on Roman Stanek, and they'll be side by side on the exit of La Source. Who's got the better traction? It's the British driver who fires his way into the podium places. Let's have a look. Yes, that's just happened. Lindblad's now in second.
Lindblad promoted past Miata, who spun the car on the exit of Pouon. Now finds himself in 4th position and under further pressure from Pepe Marti.
These two can't quite get rid of each other. Leo Fornaroli and Dino Beganovic are going to be side by side down to Eau Rouge. Leo Fornaroli, that's incredibly brave from the reigning Formula 3 champion, who gets himself up into 7th place. And Leo Fornaroli now heading down the Kemmel Straight. Very brave stuff. Luke Browning, he's clearly fired up after that one, and there are opportunities. Miata's not far up the road for him, so a 4th place and good points are up for grabs here for Luke Browning, who has sent it down the inside there of Pepe Marti. Great move from Luke Browning, and that is now 5th place for the British driver, who now sets his sights on Miata ahead.
Is this going to be a spin through the middle of Eau Rouge for Sebastian Montoya? Wow, high-speed stuff for Montoya. All of the runoff required. He's trying to keep the presence of mind to keep the car rolling there through the exit. Safety car has been deployed.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that is for Sebastian Montoya, stranded at the top of Eau Rouge. That is definitely more than just spray.
Yes, that is. That's Ollie Goethe, who is definitely going to go no further in this race.
If the safety car wasn't going to run to the end of the race, it may well do now.
Yeah.
With the recovery required there.
I think sensibly the race has now been red flagged.
A monumental moment for Alex Dunn, with the expectation that that one will not be resumed, and quite a moment in the championship as well.
I didn't even get to celebrate. Not complaining. Well done, mate. Thanks, boys. I had to work really hard for that one. That was really tough. Good job.
It's Alex Dunn. Another feature race win for him. 3 in the bag in the championship lead for the Irishman. Arvid Lindblad back on the podium. Roman Stanek, another podium, back-to-back across 2 race weekends. There are just 35 points between The top 6 going into round 10 of 14 in Formula 2. We are go for the sprint race there. Pepe Marti gets a good launch off the line. Alex Dunn a little bit slow away, and he could be punished by Arvid Lindblad, who's trying to get the toe from his teammate. Arvid Lindblad going to the outside there and trying to take the race lead, but runs a little bit wide there, and Alex Dunn will be side by side with him now as they charge down towards turn 2.
Yeah, Lindblad's managed to close the line. Alex Dunn not managing to take that outside. Now it's Martins looking up the inside of Dunn. Is he going to make it through there? It's a flat-out right-hander at turn 3 as they climb the hill then up towards the blind T4.
So it's Marti leading Lindblad. Their cars going off in the background, rejoining. So a Campos 1-2. Then it's Dunn next along in third. Martins in fourth place, and Martins having a look at Dunn trying to get through. Just about backs out of it in the end. Fifth place. It is then Crawford, Browning next along as we come up to the chicane. Gabriele Mini in the pink Alpine livery tries to have a look down the inside of Roman Stanek there. Can't quite get through on that occasion.
Mini shovels to the inside. Now he's going to lose out though through the exit as they make their way through turn 8 and 9. Side by side
contact with Stanek there, and Stanek going round. Gabriele Mini rejoining, and Rotoma Miata having to avoid. There goes Stanek rejoining.
Yeah, so Dirksen is the AIX up the inside of Mini, and Mini just clatters then into the rear of Roman Stanek, who is the unfortunate and very much the innocent party there.
There goes this from behind.
10-second penalty for Gabriele Mini. The other yellow in victory is our championship leader, Leonardo Fornaroli, who's being challenged by Ollie Goethe. He's currently in 7th, and now it's the MPs side by side, the orange livery one. That is Richard Verschoor in the championship fight, and he wants to get himself into the points, and I think he'll do so. Great driving from Richard Verschoor. He's up to P8. Lindblad right with Pepe Marti, and he's going to send it down the inside there. Great move from Arvid Lindblad, and we have a change of lead, but Pepe Marti knows the lead is very valuable at this stage of the race in particular, and he's going to fight straight back down to turn 2, and they'll be side by side once again. Elbows out stuff from Pepe Marti, who shows Arvid Lindblad to the grass and puts himself back into the lead of the race.
Sure, we don't damage the tires, and we have tires left at the end. Maybe the delta is bigger at the end of the race. Okay.
Here's a look at the tyres.
Yeah, so neither looking fantastic, it must be said.
It's quite different.
Stop the count, says Pepe Marti. I'm in the lead. Yellow flag out for a track hazard, and that looks a relatively persistent one. So let's see what that entails.
Cordial and number 25 of Villa Gomez.
Just one of those incredibly expendable front wing end plates jumping off the outside there for Villa Gomez. DRS open for Lindblad. A toe then for Dunn. Is this going to be an opportunity down towards turn 1? It'd have to be a very late one, and it is for Alex Dunn. That is very late indeed.
Big send from Alex Dunn down to turn 1 there, and that is a fantastic move from the Irishman going into second place.
Alex Dunn sent its special delivery down the inside of turn 1. Look at that. That must be 4 car lengths back, and he's caught him completely by surprise.
One of the moves of the season from Alex Dunn. Let's watch that back again.
Dunn just getting that overlap there to stop Lindblad cutting back underneath.
Superb stuff. Watch the ART driver in the background. He's going to look to the outside. Arvid Lindblad is not being overtaken. 2 laps in a row down to turn 1, but I don't think he'll have any defence to the DRS down to turn 2, or will he? He's going to put up a fight, and Victor Martins goes to the outside. He's going to get the cut back there, and they'll be side by side down to turn 3. Arvid Lindblad just holds on as Crawford is now going to grab a place on the exit. That exchange between the pair has given Jack Crawford 4th place.
Here's Victor Martins trying to make it round the outside of Arvid Lindblad. Lindblad stayed in it through the apex of turn 3. Martins then has to lift, and Jack Crawford just comes swooping through from behind. What's Lindblad all the way off the road there through the exit of T3? Let's have a look at it again. He's going to keep his foot in, and I think he is all the way off the racetrack. I wonder if that will be considered leaving the circuit and retaining an advantage.
Safety car is out, and it's for Sebastian Montoya, the Prema Racing driver. This is where Sebastian Montoya's problem started to unfold, it seems. He went wide through that section of the circuit and then...
He looks like he's already starting to struggle there.
Yeah.
And they have to throw a safety car for that.
Watch for the battle in third, because Jack Crawford now has a chance to get really valuable points for his championship. The gaps have now closed. We're side by side between the two Williams-backed drivers behind as they make their way out of the first corner. Browning and Martin side by side, but look at Crawford. He's going round the outside there of Arvid Lindblad as Luke Browning goes down the inside of Victor Martins and into 5th place. He's almost pushing him down the start-finish straight. Is Jack Crawford, probably in his helmet saying, get out of the way. He wants to go after those top two, but Arvid Lindblad wants this podium finish and he's putting up a solid defence. Oh, big lock up there from the Invicta of Leo Fornaroli, and that's going to be Richard Verschoor now side by side with his championship rival. They will be side by side into turn 2. Verschoor going round the outside there. Fornaroli hangs on to the position. We are nose to tail for the final step on the podium. It's Lindblad versus Crawford. Crawford on the brakes is brave down the outside, and he looks like he's just about going to be level with Arvid Lindblad, and that will give him the inside line going down to turn 2. It was great stuff from Jack Crawford to go down the outside of Arvid Lindblad, and that gives him the inside for turn 2 and a podium position in this sprint race. And look at this for the lead. It's not over yet. This is turn 11 and Dunn is right there. He couldn't be any closer. It's going to go all the way to the start-finish line. Alex Dunn looks to the outside of Pepe Marti. Can he get the cut back now? Down to the penultimate corner. We're side by side for the lead of this race, and Alex Dunn's going to take it round the outside of the penultimate corner. He's being shoved towards the pit lane there. Alex Dunn still has the inside line into the final corner. Alex Dunn to the inside. Pepe Marti holds it round the outside and just will go on to take his 3rd sprint race win of this Formula 2 season by 0.2 of a second. Wow.
Beautiful positioning there. Cuts back underneath. Pepe Marti with the inside line. Done here critically, not wheel to wheel alongside Pepe Marti, which I think will save Marti in terms of owning the track position there. Super tough racing over the final couple of corners.
Solid race, Pepe. Solid race. Yeah, good job, guys. That was quite nice.
Pepe Marti taking the win, just hanging on ahead of Alex Dunn in a thrilling, entertaining last lap between those two. Jack Crawford on the podium, Arvid Lindblad 4th, Luke Browning 5th, Victor Martins, Leo Fornaroli, Richard Verschoor.
5 points at the moment between the top 4 in the championship, with 25 points on offer, of course, for the win tomorrow.
The number 2 Invicta racing car, Roman Stanek, leading us away from pole position for the first time, takes us green for the feature race, round 10 of Formula 2, as we charge down towards turn 1 for the feature race here at the Hungaroring. We are green now, and it's Stanek from Fornaroli in 3rd place, Crawford there as they head through turn 1 for the first time in different conditions. We haven't had these conditions this weekend. Offline it is wet, online it is dry, and they are now making their way through turn 2. Alex Dunn is right behind another Campos Red Bull Junior. This time it's Arvid Lindblad, and he looks to the outside.
Yeah, Lindblad though with the drier inside line and able to show Dunn the curve on the exit. Dunn had to be so brave down the outside there with that little bit of water on the road and just didn't have the braking distance over Lindblad.
Replay a little bit further back.
Yeah, so Victor Martin struggling a tiny bit on the medium compound, but not as much as the driver ahead of him.
Victor Martins.
Yeah, Victor. So that is Victor Martins with an issue then, and he lets those two bleed through. Yellow flag is out. That's for Miata. We've got DRS disabled as well, and now it's been re-enabled. So that is because it's at the end of that zone at turn 1 where Miata has just spun. And it's Miata who's gone to the inside then. Is that Beganovic? Yes, it is. Had to commit on the wet stuff and just plain spun it.
Oh, no. And that is smoke out the back of Amaury Cordeel, and that could be the end of his race. He's going to pull over, I think, down the start-finish straight.
Virtual safety car has been deployed to recover the car of Cordeel. That prevents cars from pitting.
Now they'll head down the start-finish straight, and he'll have a Red Bull Junior behind in Arvid Lindblad, who's got the run. He's got the inside line, and this is looking very good for Arvid Lindblad. But Ollie Goethe is going to go around the outside of Joshua Dirksen. He's going to attack in defence, but Arvid Lindblad gets the run on the exit of the pair of them. He's now side by side with Dirksen. It's Lindblad to the outside of Dirksen, who shows him to the outside but runs wide in the process, and Lindblad take 2 places in the space of 2 corners there. That's Victor Martins. Virtual safety car again, meaning at this stage the compulsory pit stops cannot take place. Now look at this. Oh, that's Lindblad and Goethe going side by side into the hairpin, and they've run wide. A wide moment there as the likes of Goethe has gone wide into the penultimate corner trying to attack Lindblad, and now both Dunn and Dirksen have come through. They are side by side going round the penultimate corner. Richard Verschoor has the run. Let's jump on board with him as he heads down the start-finish straight, and he's looking to the inside of Gabriele Mini. The door is open. Richard Verschoor ready to go through it, but he might actually be attacked by his teammate on the exit. Ollie Goethe is going to take a place, make that 2. That's brave stuff.
Fornaroli will roll into the pit box, and let's see how this one goes for him.
Right, tyres off. Medium tyres go on, and that looked good for Leo Fornaroli. It's been a good in-lap as well. Now, where will he come out in comparison to his teammate, Roman Stanek? Alex Dunn comes in for his pit stop. There he is. Wow. He's well clear of Roman Stanek. So it was a great in-lap for Leo Fornaroli, and he's charged through to the effective lead of this race. And look at Luke Browning. He'd got his tyres up to temperature, and he's now crawling all over the back of Jack Crawford.
5-second penalty for Leonardo Fornaroli for speeding in the pit lane. That will not be now served at a pit stop. It'll have to be served at the end of the race. Dunn then makes the move down to the inside in a battle that's raged throughout this race.
It is. Him and Dirksen have been going at it ever since we started this race, and it's now Dunn back ahead. Just up the road from this, it's Lindblad versus Goethe. So similar, Lindblad's dropped behind, hasn't he, Verschoor and Goethe? And it's, as you mentioned, getting those tyres up to temperature.
Yeah, you can see the difficulty. The 3 Red Bull cars spread across the road, and it is so hard to make the tyre work for the full middle sector for Pepe Marti as he tumbles down the order. Dirksen almost shuffled wide as he tries to make the move. So slow is Marti on the apex, trying to pick up tyre temperature.
Lindblad really struggling to get those tyres up to temperature. This will give us a view look through the chicane. Pepe Marti is just going to be passed into the chicane by Joshua Dirksen. They will try and pull away now and work away for Lindblad, and he will now try and get past Goethe. It looked like he got the run out the chicane. He did. Oh, that's ambitious. Into the next corner. They just about left each other enough room, and Lindblad now gets through on the next corner. Good racing room given between the pair, but that almost ended in tears.
How did they not get into the side of each other? It looked like they occupied exactly the same space there as they went through the middle of turn 8.
Jack Crawford needs to get by. He needs to do it now, and he sent it down at turn 1. Jack Crawford with a lock-up, though, is going to run wide on the exit. Stanek is going to go back through, and the gap is extending out front. Crawford almost on the grass on the inside down towards turn 2. They'll be side by side through turn 2, now towards turn 3, and Stanek is still ahead, and the gap is 4.1 to Fornaroli, who has a 5-second penalty in this race.
Stanek sees him off, manages to find a better line in turn 2. What will be the cost, though, of that attack from Crawford? Because there's now a huge flat spot on the tyre where he attacked down towards turn 1. Leonardo Fornaroli, as you say, Chris, escaping up the road in spite of this 5-second penalty. The gap now 4.5 seconds back to his teammate.
Riding on board with Dino Beganovic, now going by Ollie Goethe as well. And Dino Beganovic makes his way around the outside, and that's a great move by Dino Beganovic. He's ticked another one off. Next on his list, Arvid Lindblad. We've seen him winning in the sprint races, but now for the first time he will do it on Grand Prix Sunday. Leonardo Fornaroli will go to the top of the podium on Grand Prix Sunday with his first feature race win, and it will be a 1-2 finish for the Invicta Racing team. They have dominated this weekend, a front row lockout, and now a 1-2 finish.
Yes, mate! Yes! On the mode! We did it! Yeah! You wanted to make it interesting with the penalty, yeah? Thanks for that. Awesome job, mate. And 1-2 for the team. Oh my God! What a race! I'm sorry, man, for that penalty.
Leonardo Fornaroli, now a feature race winner. Roman Stanek making it a 1-2, just like they were in qualifying. Jack Crawford, a couple of podiums for him now to take into the summer break after this weekend. Luke Browning fourth, then for sure Lindblad, Beganovic, Goethe, Dunn and Marty. It's still very much up for grabs in terms of the championship. 30 points between the top five, and we will start deciding that when we get to Monza on the 6th and 7th of September. And we are go for the sprint race here at Monza, and it's a good launch there for Dino Beganovic. He's come over to defend his lead for Sami Megatunov. Meanwhile, we are 3 wide in the background, and it looks like Sami Megatunov is trying to get round the outside there of Dino Beganovic. Is going to hold on to second place. Leo Fornaroli is in third, and then comes the Red Bull Junior of Arvid Lindblad, who's under all sorts of pressure from Joshua Dirksen as they come round Curva Grande.
Under pressure as well. Down towards turn 2, Megatunov is on the outside, Fornaroli's on the inside, and Fornaroli's going to snatch the place.
Yeah, Fornaroli's going to get that into the Rogier chicane. Joshua Dirksen's gone over the Rogier chicane there, and he will now drop back in behind Lindblad. He's in a Red Bull Junior sandwich. Ollie Goethe goes around the outside there, and Ollie Goethe will now try and take this place into the next corner. So good driving that from Goethe, who made his F2 debut here last year. Arvid Lindblad under pressure as well. In the background, Dirksen fighting back on Stanek in that yellow Invicta, and Dirksen takes it all the way around the outside, and that's a good place gained from the AIX Racing driver. In the background, it looks like Alex Dunn has moved up a position as well. He's now into the points.
It was half a look from Dunn down towards turn 1, but around the outside, and he spins.
Miney spinning round there and into the gravel at Curva Grande there. Kush Miney, the driver who's going to go off the front row tomorrow, is now spinning out of the race.
And I think Dunn's pushed him a little bit too much there. Crowds him off the road. Miney finds himself spinning with nowhere to go. Safety car has been deployed.
And a very good restart for young Arvid Lindblad. Look at the Red Bull Junior. He's all over the back of Sami Megatunov, and now he's going to pick up the toe of Fornaroli, and Fornaroli's going to challenge for the lead at his home race, but he's going to go straight on. And now he's going to navigate his way through the polystyrene boards. But meanwhile, behind, Lindblad has gone by Megatunov, and Fornaroli will have to slot in behind Beganovic.
Fornaroli giving it back, but making sure he doesn't cede any more positions there. Cold brakes, cold tyres, big braking zone down towards turn 1, and that constitutes a lock-up for Fornaroli, who has another little look going down to the Rogier chicane.
Fornaroli is all over the back of Beganovic. We're going to get DRS enabling down to Ascari as well. Fornaroli might not even need that though. In the background, Ollie Goethe, the other Red Bull Junior, is trying to get by Megatunov, who's gone too deep into Rettifilo. He's going to go wide there, and also going wide was Stanek, and that's going to allow Dunn to go through on the inside at Curva Grande, and that's going to be 7th place for the McLaren Junior.
It's a much better run for Dunn. Stanek, will he be able to tuck back into the toe and have another go at him though as they head into the Rogier chicane? Thinks about it. Dunn's got the inside line. Is going to control that first apex.
Our championship leader, Leo Fornaroli, he's already won 3 times. Is he about to charge into the lead of the race? He pulls over to the left. Clear road ahead for Leo Fornaroli, and now he moves over to take the lead of the race. He just has to get the car stopped in time, which he does, and Leo Fornaroli is now our new race leader. Arvid Lindblad getting closer to him. Here we go for the move. Arvid Lindblad has pulled to the inside. Good racing between the pair, and Arvid Lindblad will go through at minimum time loss, so they will stay comfortably within DRS. Fornaroli and Megatuniv's gone off over the curve and into the path of Alex Dunn, and both drivers into the gravel at Rettifilo chicane.
Oh, Alex Dunn's race is going from bad to worse here, isn't it?
You just pushed me out, that's it.
Another one that's discussed with the stewards. You've got Sami Megatunov, who's going to go off the road here in the middle of the chicane to actually avoid the move from Dunn, bounce over the chicane, and then take him out on the exit.
Here comes Olli Goethe, looking to the outside of Beganovic, and on the outside he goes round on the brakes. Great move. Oh, but he was just a little bit too deep. Oh, and he's had a spin. Olli Goethe round at the Rettifilo chicane, and he's gone round again, trying to recover. What a shame for Olli Goethe, on for a first possible podium.
So Goethe's going to make an attack on what I thought was an extremely brave effort down the outside in the braking zone, and it turned out it was slightly too brave. Doesn't quite have the car underneath him, and then it's just the interruption over the gravel, then finds no traction. But I think there are several cars making overtakes in the background under that yellow flag, and Gabriele Mini is the car that goes off straight there.
Oh no, who's that in the background? That's going to be the other Trident car of Esterson, and that's going to go no further. Stanek versus Verschoor for P5, the last remaining points. Well, it's between Mini, Browning, Marti and Montoya, and here comes Verschoor. He's going to catch out Stanek down to the Rogia, and there goes Verschoor, and that is crucial points in his fight for this championship. And for the first time since 2017, the Tifosi will get a home winner here at Monza, and it will be championship leader Leonardo Fornaroli, who goes back-to-back. He now takes the win here at Monza in the sprint race. The championship leader extending his lead at the top of the standings. Arvid Lindblad takes second, and after that 5-second penalty for Dino Beganovic, Joshua Dirksen will return to the podium here at Monza. Richard Verschoor, crucial points for him in fourth. Roman Stanek in fifth, and that penalty at the end of the race for Dino Beganovic drops him to P6, but extending his lead out front with a home win and a fourth of the season, Leonardo Fornaroli.
Yes, let's go, guys. Yes, mate. Another absolute beast of a race. It's incredible. A spectacular job there once again. You're enjoying this winning streak? Just keep it up. Great job. Yeah, good job, guys. Oh, this was a hard one, mate, with the flat spot. Really not easy.
Leo Fornaroli creating those. An Italian winning at Monza on Sprint Race Saturday. What scenes we've had already in Formula 2. Arvid Lindblad, second place. Joshua Dirksen, third. 3 teams on the podium. Verschoor, Stanek, Beganovic, Mini, Browning, your points finishes. Marti, Montoya came from the back row to 10th. That is all for the sprint race. Do keep an eye on the socials and website for any updates between now and the feature race. That feature race will be tomorrow at 9:45 local time. 30 laps coming up. Make sure you join us on what could be a big day for the championship. And we'll go for round 11 in the feature race here in Formula 2 at Monza. It was a poor start for Kushmaini. He's going to be swallowed up by the pack going through in the yellow Invicta. In the number 2 there is Roman Stanek, and he's trying to defend from the Red Bull Junior there. Arvid Lindblad going round the outside. There is Olli Goethe, the other Red Bull Junior, and he's going to take second place. Great driving from young Olli Goethe there. Joshua Dirksen, the AIX Racing driver, now trying to go back onto the podium places once again here on Grand Prix Sunday. They're going to take it side by side all the way down to the Roger chicane, and we're almost going to be 3 wide. Arvid Lindblad trying to get involved as Stanek tries to hold on to the podium places and just about does so. Browning has broke the toe. Oh, Miney trying to go side by side with Lindblad, and he's going to go all the way around the outside, and there's contact. Kushmaini off into the gravel once again here this weekend. This time it's at the Rettifilo chicane, and he's tumbling down the order. What a disaster from the front row of the grid. Kushmaini's going to drop all the way to the back, and now we're going to go 3 wide. And that's the 2 Campos drivers either side of Victor Martins, and it looks like Arvid Lindblad will be the driver just ahead.
Here comes Fornaroli then, trying to make the move on Victor Martins.
Oh, Leo Fornaroli's gone straight on. He's going to have to go around that bollard and then rejoin safely, which he does so, and he'll lose a place there to Jack Crawford. Here we go, we got a battle on for the lead. Goethe looks to the outside, battle for the lead. It's going to be on the brakes, is it? No, Goethe has gone through, and the MP Motorsport driver takes the race lead away. Was trying to get his first podium yesterday. Now Ollie Goethe leads the feature race here. Ollie Goethe is into pit lane, our race leader now into pit lane. Oh, Alex Dunn off into the barriers. Alex Dunn, he's gone off down into the entry at Ascari. He was right with Joshua Dirksen and Arvid Lindblad there, Alex Dunn, but he's gone off, and that is race over for the McLaren Junior.
Safety car has been deployed. Is Alex Dunn going to be hit from behind?
Oh,
He
yeah.
is clattered from behind by Lindblad. So complete nose-to-tail contact. Lindblad just missing his braking point.
Just crashed straight into the back of me.
This is going to be an incredibly busy pit lane. The whole field coming in, and teams will almost be forced to do 2 stops here if they have to. So everyone coming in, Luke Browning, Roman Stanek, Joshua Dirksen, they all pour in. There's Lindblad, there's Martins, there's Mini. Oh, what a shame for Goethe. Was playing a good strategy there, but a safety car has just flipped things on its head. Is exactly what happened last year. What a shame for Ollie Goethe. Luke Browning prepares for a restart. Oh, Cian Shields is off. In the background, through the polystyrene barriers, there's damage for Amaury Cordeal to his front wing, so it's a messy restart already. Will this restart be paused now?
It looks like there are a couple of different drivers with incidents under the restart there. Can't see what Luke Browning did wrong. He's not done anything erratic there. He's just been later to accelerate than the field expected, and now he goes. But will there be a further stoppage as a result of that contact?
We're back going again, down to Rettifilo, but under yellow flags a little bit further around the circuit. Oh, Arvid Lindblad's out of control and into the path of Roman Stanek. Arvid Lindblad with front wing damage. Never going to stop that car. You wonder why he didn't come into pit lane, and he's clattered straight into Roman Stanek.
Cian Shields in the green and silver machine is going to, I think, anticipate the restart there a little bit too much. So then Lindblad's going to go down the inside. The front wing is damaged and doesn't have the grip that he's expecting down towards turn 1, and then of course takes out Roman Stanek.
Here we go, Joshua Dirksen looking to the outside of Luke Browning. They will be wheel to wheel into Rettifilo, and Joshua Dirksen will take the lead of the race away from Luke Browning. Villagomez has gone wide. We've got a car out of control into the chicane. That is one of the Trident cars who is out of the race, and it's Sami Megatuniv. Oh dear.
Esterson actually is moving around slightly there, looking for a place to position his car. I think Sami Megatuniv thinks, I'm going to hit my teammate, and commits to the runoff area.
Pepe Marti trying to attack. What about the championship leader in the yellow Invicta? He's off. Fornaroli's off, and he's going to have to go through the cut through there. Pepe Marti didn't get by Villagomez, and Fornaroli now comes through the cut through. And is he going to be passed by Jack Crawford, championship rival? He will. Luke Browning, the pole sitter right behind. Oh, a late move there for Joshua Dirksen, and Luke Browning goes down the racing line and will just take the lead away from him. So it's Browning back into the lead. Time for Dirksen to get the DRS down the start-finish straight. Villagomez going with them though. What about Pepe Marti? In the background, Leo Fornaroli's had a great exit out of Parabolica, and now he's going to take 5th place back. Meanwhile, behind, another Italian charging through is Gabriele Mini, and he's comfortably going to take that 6th place away from Jack Crawford. This is great driving from Gabriele Mini, who started all the way down in 15th place.
Mini and Beganovic, they need to try to get in the toe. Beganovic is going to shape to the inside.
Dino Beganovic is going to go down the inside, so he wants to do the leading here and let Gabriele Mini do the following, but they didn't lose a lot of time in that exchange. Villagomez, he's been on the podium once before at that crazy Barcelona sprint race. Can he go and take a first feature race podium, or will we see Pepe Marti take it from him in the final 3 laps. He's going to go for it into the first corner. They're going to be side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel contact. And Villagomez has ran wide, and Marty will go through on the exit of the corner.
It's a bit of a late one, doesn't telegraph it very well, but he is alongside when he makes his way down there. Bit of contact on the apex, but I think he'll keep that position. Another opportunity for Pepe Marti, who's the man on the move on Joshua Dirksen here, Chris.
Down to the first corner, Pepe Marti trying to get by there, move late in the braking zone there, trying to sell the dummy on Dirksen. There was almost contact between the pair. There may have been subtle contact. Somehow, we all emerge out the corner, but who's going to be ahead? Pepe Marti is in second place, but Dirksen will surely have to go back through. Yes, he does. He takes the place back. And Pepe Marti dragging that front wing down to Parabolica, trying to hold on to a podium finish there. Fornaroli, is he going to do a big move once again down at the last lap, last corner? Not quite. Out front though, it'll be a first win in Formula 2 for High-Tech's Luke Browning, who comes across the line to take the checkered flag. What a drive for Luke Browning.
Luke Browning, you're a Formula 2 winner. Well done, mate. What a drive. Well done. Yeah, that feels good again. Well done, boys. Exceptional today. Exceptional.
Luke Browning is now a Formula 2 winner. Joshua Dirksen, 2 podiums in one weekend. How about that? Pepe Marti, 3rd place for him. Villagomez, outstanding drive. Fornaroli, Beganovic, Mini, Vachor, Montoya from the back row. John Bennett's in the top 10. Well done. Just 3 to go. Join us for round 12. Baku on the 20th and 21st of September. The championship battle really heating up. And we are go for the sprint race here at Baku. And what a launch from Sebastian Montoya off the second row. Beganovic has taken the lead. Oh, 3 wide, and that's an incident. Villagomez is round at the first corner. Stenchorn in the Trident tried to make a move. He went 3 wide into the first corner. Beganovic leads from Sebastian Montoya. Then it is Martinez Stenchorn. Oh, and one of the Red Bull juniors is round. That looks like Ollie Goethe. More contact. 2 incidents on this first lap already, Alex Brundle.
Safety car has been deployed. So we've got Marty, Lindblad, Villagomez and Goethe. They're all, to all intents and purposes, not making it through that middle sector. So Sebastian Montoya on the left of your screen then is going to launch down the middle of the road. And it's Stenchorn staying, really, it must be said, on the inside. And that looked to me to be really a racing incident, so he was, to be honest.
Yeah, he was with Pepe Marti. He was crunched in the middle. Let's have a look at the next incident.
Yeah, and this is Goethe getting, he's going to try and go up the inside of Bennett, I think. Here's how it looks from Alex Dunn's vantage point. You can see Stenchorn down the inside there, and I think, Villagomez just had a difficult start already. He's trying to continue on with his race. It's pretty simple as 3 into 1 doesn't go. Beganovic now goes and immediately tries to take the toe as they restart with 5 laps run of this one.
Into the first corner, and Alex Dunn trying to make a move. Around the outside goes Luke Browning of Martinez Stenchorn. Can't quite do it on the exit. Alex Dunn trying to take a place from Luke Browning. The McLaren Junior can't quite get through. It gets congested once again. Oh, and someone's round. That's one of the Alpine Juniors. It's Kushmaini, I think, who's in the wars. Let's find out what happened. The yellow flags are waving. I think everyone might have got going. Kean Shields looked to be delayed as well, as Fornaroli in the yellow Invicta goes around the outside there of Gabriele Mini. So the championship leader on the move on the restart.
Still trying to battle, aren't they? Both of them. Crawford and Vachor are also battling as they made their way through turns 5 and 6 there. It's Vachor trying to make a couple of moves in the mid-pack.
DRS is open for Mini, and he will go sailing by Leonardo Fornaroli into the first corner, and that is going to be P6 for Gabriele Mini. Meanwhile, Stenchorn on debut challenging Montoya. All of this has given Dino Beganovic a healthy advantage of over 3 seconds, so maybe his first race, but he's adjusting very quickly. Here's the McLaren Junior.
Yeah, it's a punchy old debut, isn't it, from Stenchorn? He's going to look to the inside. That's brave stuff as they head down towards turn 3 there. Gorgeous move from Stenchorn. This is the one I want to see off board. All over the autumnal leaves on the inside of turn 3 there to find some grip somehow and make the move up to 3.
Oh, problem. Martinez Stenchorn, he's pulling over. What a shame for Martini Stenchon, who's slowing up. And look at this for Crawford. He's caught him through turn 7 up to 12 there, and Martini Stenchon slowing down. Oh, what a shame. On his debut, he was on to take a podium finish for the Trident team on debut.
Full safety car deployed, and I wondered if they'd need it because there's not an obvious place to clear that car into out there.
Sadly, through no fault of his own, his chances of a podium have come to an end. You feel this is just the start of his journey in Formula 2.
Cars moving around all over the road out of turn 2, and now Crawford's going to have a look at Gabriele Mini. I believe they're side by side in the background as they head down towards turn 3. Dunn with the move on the inside of Browning.
Yep, Dunn makes the move on Browning, so change for 3rd place. And are we going to have a change for 5th place in the background? It looks like Crawford has gone by Gabriele Mini. He has. Here is Gabriele Mini getting closer. He's in the mood to overtake today as well, has got the pace in that Prema car. Oh, on the exit, well, Dunn's made a mistake ahead of us because Luke Browning has gone through, and Luke Browning will help himself back to 3rd place.
You can see the flat spot already there for Alex Dunn, so that smoke we saw not coming off the car of Luke Browning. We're going to expect a big lockup left front from Alex Dunn in the tricky conditions down towards turn 1, and does so well to eventually keep that back on the racetrack, having essentially lost the braking performance of the left front.
This could be an easy overtake for the Italian driver, ready for the flaps to open on the rear wing of Gabriele Mini. There it is, and Alex Dunn may have nothing in defence here. To the outside, Gabriele Mini goes, and that is going to be 4th place for the Italian. The Williams driver closing in now. He gets closer. Which way will he go? He's going to look to the inside, and Luke Browning with a great move down the inside, and that's going to be vital points for his championship fight. Luke Browning makes it a high-tech TGR 1-2 here at Baku.
Browning came into this race 2nd in the championship. He knows he needs to do everything now to try to cross the points deficit to Fornaroli out front of the series, and that was great confidence on the brakes down towards turn 1, had the overspeed and got it done. Getting it done as well in the background is Dunn on Gabriele Mini.
Let's focus on this fight, because Crawford now looking to try and get by Gabriele Mini into the first corner. There goes the American driver making the move into the first corner, and Jack Crawford, does he fancy a podium late in the race here? That's going to be 5th place now for the Dams Lucas Oil driver, as Montoya slows up on the exit of the corner there. And has he got an issue now, Sebastian Montoya?
Yeah, massively losing speed and drops all the way through the top 8. Montoya there, and looks to all intents and purposes to be out of the meaningful hunt. Is that a further technical issue then for Montoya in the Prema?
Fornaroli also knows he can't take any unnecessary risks here, so although he wants to get through, he can't do it by taking himself out of the race and risking a grid penalty for tomorrow. So he will have to be sensible, but here he goes to the outside, and Leo Fornaroli, has he done enough to get through? Oh, that's risky around the outside, but Fornaroli just about does it, but takes a touch on the wall. Has he picked up damage as a result? Now goes to the outside, and Leo Fornaroli somehow hangs on. Let's have a look at this for Fornaroli.
This was great stuff. Brave down the outside, and then critically leave space on the apex. It's a little bit of a lock-up for Fornaroli. There, the touch you spotted, Chris.
The Super Swede, Dino Beganovic, comes across the line to take his first Formula 2 win. It's history for Sweden, and it's a first 1-2 finish for high-tech TGR in 5 years. Alex Dunn comes across the line to take 3rd place, another podium for the Irishman.
This was a great little drag race right at the back of the top 6. Richard Verschoor stealing this position from Gabriele Mini at the flag.
Oh, yes, guys. Wow! Oh, that feels good. Yeah.
Dino Beganovic leading home. Luke Browning 6 seconds clear from the field despite 2 safety cars. Alex Dunn 3rd.
Browning now 161 points to Fornaroli's 178 in the championship. So that's the little bit of a close-in he's managed.
We are go for the feature race here at Baku, and Jack Crawford's made a good launch, coming over to defend from Fornaroli, who's going to send it down the inside at the first corner, and Fornaroli has taken the lead straight away from Crawford. On the exit, trying to take second place in the pink Alpine livery is Gabriele Mini, and it's been a disaster start for our pole sitter Jack Crawford, who's dropped to third place in 2 corners, Alex Brundle.
Luke Browning also didn't get off the line very well in the number 7 Williams liveried car. He's descended through the field, but Crawford and Mini still going at it. Is Crawford going to be able to get all the way around the outside of turn 3? No, he thinks better of it, and Mini retains second place.
All of this allowing Leo Fornaroli to break the DRS. There's Martini Stenchon in his first feature race. Crawford wants to get back after him. He's to the inside of Gabriele Mini down the start-finish straight, and he picks off 1 car into the first corner, and Jack Crawford is by Gabriele Mini. But look at Martini Stenchon in the background. McLaren Jr. is by Pepe Marti, and Martini Stenchon, what an entrance into Formula 2 this is. He's up to 4th place.
Off the road.
That's one of the Tridents has gone, and I think that's Martini Stenchon is off into the barriers and out of the race.
Let's look from the perspective of Alex Dunn, who was behind. So Marty's gone to the inside.
Yeah, he released off the brakes, and he was never making the corner himself. That was completely on him. I barely touched him. It was completely on him.
Was there actually contact between the 2 of them?
And we're creating gaps already coming in, aren't we? Because they know they need to do 2 stops at once. Look at Invicta going through. Leo Fornaroli.
Fornaroli's forced to wait.
And now look, and then now here comes Stanek in behind. So that is a demonstration that they are doing 2 stops at once. There goes Crawford out. And has he made it out in front of Fornaroli? I think he has.
Yeah, he has made it out in front of Fornaroli.
So that was all about placement in the pit lane. Mini looks like he's made it out in the lead on the soft tyre. And we are green once again for the feature race. Oh, we've got someone off. That was Browning. I think Browning's gone. Oh, and is that a slow exit for Gabriele Mini? It is. And Jack Crawford's going to take advantage and go through into the lead of the race. Mistake from Gabriele Mini, and it's cost him the lead of the race.
Yeah, through goes Crawford. Mini way too deep, but now we'll get the toe on his way down towards turn 1. He's got 4 lanes to choose from on the way down towards one of the biggest braking zones in Formula 2.
It's almost one of the best mistakes he's ever made, because Gabriele Mini is going to get the run down to turn 1 and go straight back into the lead.
Pepe Marti now has a look at Jack Crawford, and neither of them have been able to escape the DRS as they've been battling with each other. That's a big move from Dunn.
Lock up into turn 4 there, and Alex Dunn just getting by Leo Fornaroli, so that's a change for 4th place. DRS enabled, and this is one of the heavy zones down the start-finish straight, and Jack Crawford has taken the lead away from Gabriele Mini, so another lead change in this race as we go on to lap 10, and Jack Crawford, our pole sitter, leading us once again. Who's going to make the first move? Is it going to be the Italian Leo Fornaroli? Oh, it is! He's gone into the back of Alex Dunn, and Alex Dunn's gone straight on at turn 1.
And that's just a pure misjudgment on the brake pedal into the rear of Alex Dunn for Fornaroli. They were so close on the way down there.
The first big mistake, really, we've seen from Fornaroli in a long time this season.
10-second time penalty.
We're so early. We'll get a penalty for that later on. We'll have to get it.
Joshua Dirksen, 3rd place move incoming for the Paraguayan driver, and he's going to go to the inside of Pepe Marti down to turn 1, and the AIX driver has made his move and into the podium places. Is he going to repeat that process on Gabriele Mini? He loves this Baku circuit. He's had a win here last year. Is he going to go after another? Joshua Dirksen looks to the inside of Gabriele Mini of what should be a routine pass. DRS open, and he goes straight through into 2nd place. Gabriele Mini time to get back into the slipstream, but can't get through in the background. Leo Fornaroli now with a 10-second time penalty hanging over him, fighting there with Pepe Marti over what is 4th on the road. Fornaroli, though, right on the back of Pepe Marti. He's going to look to the inside of the Spanish driver into the first corner, and Leo Fornaroli goes through. Mini struggling towards the end of the race, and Fornaroli's now going to use the DRS to get to the inside. Fornaroli will go by the driver he fought for the Formula 3 title with last season. Dino Beganovic has now made his first big move in this pack as well, and that is going to be a move around the outside of Pepe Marti to take 5th place. Dino Beganovic right behind a struggling Gabriele Mini now, who's plunging through the top 10, and Dino Beganovic, this should be fairly routine. Through he goes to take that position. Beganovic is up into 4th. Can he now chase after Fornaroli? Oh,
It sounded good.
oh, there we go. Alex Dunn's off. Well, did a good job to avoid the barrier there, and Alex Dunn off. Yeah, it just goes from bad to worse, doesn't it, for Alex Dunn? What a shame. He 48 points back in the championship. You feel his title fight now is starting to come to an end here.
See it then, down towards turn 15, outside front, lock up. Tried valiantly to make the car go in. He just didn't find the purchase that he was expecting. Locked the car up and has to continue on.
Joshua Dirksen looking to the outside on the braking zone. He's going to head to the outside, but Jack Crawford holds on for the time being, but we'll have another DRS zone out of turn 2.
Masterful defence from Crawford, dishing out toe like no one's business down the front straight, and then able to cling onto it in a way we've not seen in this race so far, down towards turn 1. His big problem, Dirksen is going to have several more goes at it. That toe available every lap down the long front straight, and Dirksen looks so much quicker through the middle sector.
This is the most important braking zone for Jack Crawford of the race, but it looks like he's absolutely nailed it. It's going to be now a drag race to the line. Joshua Dirksen gets ready to open that DRS for the final time. Has he got close enough? He's half a second back. Will that be enough for him to close down Jack Crawford? Drag race to the line, incoming on Grand Prix Sunday here in Formula 2, but it looks like Jack Crawford has done enough. Jack Crawford to the line, takes his 6th win in Formula 2, and that a big moment for him in his title race. Jack Crawford for Dams Lucas Oil winning on Grand Prix Sunday here at Baku.
Yes, made it. Great job.
Ah, come on! Let's go! Wow, it was tricky at the end. What a great job, guys.
Jack Crawford, he is your winner today, ahead of Joshua Dirksen, who came from 15th to 2nd. 2 podiums this weekend for Beganovic. Then Mini, Fornaroli, Marti, Lindblad, Villagomez for sure, Montoya. That is all from the streets of Baku. Next, we will head to Qatar, which will be the start of a double-header weekend to conclude the Formula 2 season. That will be on the 29th and 30th of November. We'll see you then. And we are go here for the sprint race at Qatar. A great start from Joshua Dirksen, and he's going to fire straight through into the lead of the race. It was a poor start from Richard Verschoor, and he's going to lose a further place as he to Nicolas Solov, who's down the inside of Villagomez. The Red Bull Junior already making ground on his F2 debut. He's gone up to 3rd. Richard Verschoor is in 2nd place, but firing through to the lead is Joshua Dirksen.
2 Invictus, line astern, battling away as they make their way through turn 2 and 3. But it really wasn't a nice getaway at all, was it, from Richard Verschoor? And now Joshua Dirksen's made his way through. Fornaroli to the outside of his teammate in 4 and 5.
Yeah, Fornaroli is in the 1 car, and he's trying to go around the outside of Roman Stanek there. Roman Stanek coming back at him. One of the Alpine juniors looked all out of control going down towards turn 6 there, but we're back on board with Fornaroli. Round the outside with Roman Stanek. They are glued together, these two, and Roman Stanek not giving him an inch as he takes that place right back.
Stanek posting it up the inside of his teammate who leads the championship. It's brave stuff between the two of them, and then it's very close. That's Stenshorn behind the pair of Invictors, closing right up to the rear of Fornaroli there.
Yeah, they're currently in a road-in sandwich, aren't they? Dirksen is breaking clear of Verschoor. Then it's Solov. Then we have Villagomez. Montoya is next. Then it is Dunn, Fornaroli, Stanek, Stenshorn, and Martins. Oh, and off the road. There goes one of the Tridents. That's Lawrence Van Hoopen, who's just gone a little wide.
That's a big puff of gravel. He's going to come on right next to his teammate there. They just managed to avoid contact.
Richard Verschoor lining him up. DRS wide open now as he gets himself in behind that AIX car. Joshua Dirksen moves over to defend. Richard Verschoor goes to the outside and retakes the lead of the race. In the background, Villagomez trying to get by Nicholas Solov, who's holding on to third place, but how much longer will he be there? And will this close all 4 cars up to give us a lead quartet?
Yeah, wanting to move as late as possible across the road for Dirksen. Richard Verschoor, though, with so much overspeed down towards turn 1, and once you've got to that apex and hooked it up, it's over. Plenty of real estate to go still in this one. We could easily have a safety car. It would definitely not be the first time we'd seen a late safety car flip a sprint race on its head. 2 Tridents battling behind the car of John Bennett down towards turn 1. There's that bit of action in the background between the 2 Trident cars, and that was a bit of afters, wasn't it, actually, next lap around.
There we see Luke Browning once again. Is this the moment that he gets by Ritomo Miata, who does not have DRS? Luke Browning does. Looks like this time he will be close enough to get himself up this position, but Ritomo Miata defends, and Luke Browning trying to get through on the switchback. We saw Ritomo Miata just lock up slightly there, and that might open the door for the British driver to go through, but Ritomo Miata putting up a stern defence.
Pure frustration there for Browning. Miata jumps to the inside, a little bit of a right front lock-up, and even still, Browning doesn't have the performance to scoot back underneath. Miata's going to defend the inside of turn 4 as well. Let's see what's going on with Ollie Goethe, who's going to try and get round the outside of Arvid Lindblad.
Brave attempt here from Ollie Goethe. Arvid Lindblad just about giving him enough room, did he? Ollie Goethe a little bit on the gravel there. It was a brave attempt from Goethe. Victor Martins, meanwhile, ran wide. Does that mean that Crawford went through?
Yep, looks to be.
It must be. As Mini now tries to go by Victor Martins, who's struggling a little bit here, and Gabriele Mini will go through.
Martins really struggling with the tyre there. Mini managing to find a lot more grip than purchase down there by the curb. Luke Browning then a bit of a look at still the attempt to achieve that move. Another option perhaps all the way around the outside then for Browning, and he still can't make it, can he? Round the outside of turn 1, finally he'll be saying in his helmet.
James Wharton is off in the gravel, and sadly he will not see the checkered flag on his F2 debut. Now, will we see some activity in the pit lane, I wonder here?
It's going to be a case of if they get a full safety car, which they have got. Down towards turn 1, Van Hoopen and Wharton. It looks like Van Hoopen stays up the inside there, just gets a huge shimmy of oversteer and takes his teammate off into the runoff area.
Just good. He took him right down. He's so idiot.
So, critically, Invicta have pitted Stanek out of the way of Fornaroli. Lindblad, Goethe, Miney, Browning and Bennett we are seeing on the timing screens coming into the pit lane. This is for the soft compound tyre. Several drivers who are finding themselves out of contention, including Luke Browning, appear to be going for it. Oh,
Kushmaini is pulled over, so this safety car will be extended.
So he's held for a very long time in the pit lane, and the mechanics there waving as he leaves.
Crawford is now applying pressure to Stenchon, who is defending. We're side by side in the background in the pink Alpine. That is Gabriele Mini fighting with Victor Martins, who has gone through. So position change, and Crawford down the inside of Stenchon. Can't quite get through on this occasion.
Safety car once more deployed then, and Richard Verschoor is going to have to do this all over again. AIX car, around he goes.
Key and Shields taking a spin, and we have a safety car out for that reason. Solov does not have a gap over Villagomez, who is now got Sebastian Montoya heading down the inside of Montoya, all out of shape there, and Villagomez has sent it round the outside of Nicholas Solov, who has shoved him off the circuit there, and Villagomez is going to be down the inside of Solov there, wheel to wheel, and Solov is off on the gravel there and is going to rejoin the circuit almost into the path of Montoya. Well, who's emerged in third place? It will be Villagomez. You can still see in the background the Red Bull Juniors fighting away. We've got Arvid Lindblad now side by side with Victor Martins, who's running wide on the exit.
Martins there bouncing over the curb through the exit of turn 11, but able to keep his foot in there, and is going to take the inside of turn 12 and will surely maintain the place.
Arvid Lindblad running wide there, and now he sees himself going wide on the exit of turn 13. Richard Verschoor still in contention of this championship, and now he will match the all-time winning record in Formula 2 as he comes across the line to win the sprint race here in Qatar. Drama on the final lap in the sprint race. Would you expect anything else?
Good job, mate. Just perfect. Well done, mate. Well done. Yeah, good job, guys. Thank you. Car was incredible. Thank you. I look forward to tomorrow and touring once again for yesterday. Thank you, guys.
Richard Verschoor winning, and joining those two on the podium was Rafael Villagomez, Sebastian Montoya in P4, Alex Dunn 5th. Fornaroli, the championship leader, adding 3 crucial points to his name. Martinius Stench on 7th on his first race for Roding in his first points. Crawford got a crucial point. Tomorrow, a big day, particularly for Leo Fornaroli, a chance he could wrap up the championship. Will we crown our champion tomorrow? Well, you'll have to join us to find out. It's your pole sitter Leo Fornaroli, and we are go, and it's a charging start for Victor Martins, who snatches the lead away from championship leader Leo Fornaroli as we head down towards the first corner, and Victor Martins leads us through the first corner ahead of Fornaroli. Roman Stanek is being challenged there in 3rd place. Alex Dunn in the white and black Rodin taking 4th place away from Olli Goethe, who's gone off the circuit there. Olli Goethe rejoining just ahead of Nikola Solov, who's made a great start to the race.
There's an Alpine liveried car all over the road in the background, but it already hasn't been the start that Leonardo Fornaroli would have wanted, ceding a place to the experienced Victor Martins. He's got his teammate behind to rear gun for him, though. Got Sebastian Montoya then trying to make a move on Solov. Is he going to get it done around the outside? He is. Spectacular move. Can he find the grip? Solov back up the inside. Is Montoya going to hang on to it, Chris?
Nikola Solov, this is where he was wheel-to-wheel with Villagomez yesterday, but sensibly just allowing Montoya to go through that time. There's a long way to go in this one, but behind him, he's got the most informed driver in this championship right now, Joshua Dirksen. Joshua Dirksen runs wide out of the final corner, and through goes Villagomez there to get himself into 8th place and further up the points. He's got DRS as well to help him, but Joshua Dirksen thinks he's got a gap on the inside, gets a little bit out of shape, and Villagomez did the right thing there, saw what was going on in the mirrors and just about allowed enough space. But Dirksen, take 2, he's going to have another go at Villagomez there, almost contact between the pair.
And Stanek dips a wheel there, look, through the exit of turn 16, which will give Dunn another opportunity. Fornaroli will be hoping that Stanek can hold on.
It's just a sign that they're struggling with these tyres already, because that's a mistake we've seen a few times in this race, as Alex Dunn now goes charging around the outside of Roman Stanek, and he made that look very easy.
Here then, Richard Verschoor grabbing the position from Joshua Dirksen, and a nicely measured move as expected from Verschoor. Roman Stanek has carried on and is going to be under pressure from Goethe down the front straight. You've got Montoya in as well in the background, but let's just check out this battle. Can Stanek hold on, or is he going to be done around the outside once more of turn 1? He puts up a little bit more of a fight here.
A mistake at the penultimate corner, and he's punished for it at turn 1. Great driving from Olli Goethe, who takes the position from Roman Stanek at a crucial time where pit stops are being made. Oh, Ritomo Miata is slowing. Coming into the pit lane, been some sort of issue with Ritomo Miata as he makes his way through pit lane. Meanwhile, we jump on board with Richard Verschoor, who's sending it around the outside here of Villagomez. These two have been at it all race, and there goes another one for Richard Verschoor. Richard Verschoor now goes around the outside of Roman Stanek. He's been lining this one up for a long time. Richard Verschoor now makes the move. That's been a very popular overtake round the outside at turn 1.
Tiny stuff from Verschoor, who has the grip, but that takes a lot of confidence to do. Leans on the outside curve and then sends it on its way.
Luke Browning could do with some overtakes, and here comes one down the inside at the first corner. Luke Browning, is he about to pass his countryman? I think so. He is by John Bennett now.
Yeah, lovely move from Luke Browning.
Ooh.
And is that Oli Goethe dropping back through the field?
It is. He's slowing up. I just saw that Montoya had gone by, and this looks like it could be terminal for Oli Goethe. He's found an escape road to go down, and what a shame for Oli Goethe.
Safety car deployed, and for Beganovic,
Yeah.
who was leaving the pack behind him by 7/10 a lap, absolutely checking out. He's now going to lose all of that advantage without the meaningful opportunity to pit on the soft compound tyre.
Dino Beganovic leading his high-tech TGR teammate Luke Browning, John Bennett behind, and then it's Laurens van Hoopen in fourth. And look how broken up the pack is, Alex.
So the pack has not packed back up to the safety car. In the time that the safety car's been out, an element of the gaps has been retained there because the rest of the field hadn't actually got time to collect back up to the safety car before it was brought back in again.
Yeah, you can just see that he's still got some gaps, quite a bit of gap over some of the field. He's 21 seconds ahead over Richard Verschoor, for example. Look at this. So a lot of the pack, I think due to some of the pit stops being made and so on, did not catch back up. We've got Dino Beganovic about to come in, and Dino Beganovic has been absolutely flying in this race. Right, in the background, this is going to be Alex Dunn with a big send to the inside of Arvid Lindblad, and the Irishman makes his way by on Arvid Lindblad.
Big move across the track.
Victor Martins is going to take his first feature race win in 2 seasons and is going to do so in style. But today is going to be Forna's day. He made history last year by becoming the first Italian FIA Formula 3 champion. This year, he's the first Italian FIA Formula 2 champion. Leo Fornaroli is your champion of 2025. What a superb drive from Leo Fornaroli.
You are Formula 2 champion. Yes, mate. You won the championship.
Victor Martins, your winner of the feature race. Leo Fornaroli came across the line second as champion. Alex Dunn third, then Arvid Lindblad fourth. Sebastian Montoya fifth, Richard Verschoor sixth, Nicholas Solov seventh, Roman Stanek eighth, Dino Beganovic in ninth, Luke Browning the last of the points in 10th. That is it. We know our champion, Leo Fornaroli, for 2025. Still a team's championship to be decided, and still 2 more race winners to be decided as well. Make sure you join us for the season finale at Abu Dhabi next weekend. And we are go here at Abu Dhabi in round 14. It was a slow start for Victor Martins off the second row, but a clean start from the 2 off the front row. Lindblad leads Dirksen through turn 1 for the first time in 3rd place there. That looks to be Nicholas Solov, I think, who's made a great start. In 4th place is Oli Goethe, and then Victor Martins has dropped down to P5 as we make our way downhill for the first time.
Solov got round the outside of Goethe in those early corners of the lap. It's been a disastrous start for Fornaroli, who's falling slightly backwards in the mid-pack as they string out through what will be the first DRS zone. No DRS available yet, but Dirksen's in the wheel tracks here, potentially looking to take the race lead.
And Dino Beganovic in the silver high-tech is charging down the outside of Victor Martins, who has Alex Dunn possibly to his inside. There goes Beganovic round the outside, now on the inside, gets his elbows out, does the Ferrari Junior, and that's a place gained for Dino Beganovic.
This is Victor Martins being shoveled wide by Dino Beganovic. I think Beganovic may well get away with that one. It's going to be close. He's definitely left him no road to play with there. Let's see.
I mean, it was elbows out, but I think just about fair now.
So no further investigation between Beganovic and Martins, forcing another driver off track. It was in the grey area, and it looks like they've waved play on to that one at this stage, which will be to the relief of Beganovic, who looks like he's in for a decent race result here. 0.6 of a second still out front. Arvid Lindblad cannot shake off an attacking Joshua Dirksen. Montoya is going to put a lovely move down the inside of Luke Browning after what was a very difficult start, unfortunately. That is a technical issue, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's John Bennett's. Sadly, his race is going to come to an end pretty spectacularly.
And a virtual safety car is what's been called to manage that car that looked like it was pretty near a gap there on the outside of the fence, on the outside of the circuit on the way down towards turn 5. And yeah, it's not difficult to work out what's happened there for John Bennett as he makes his way through the exit. Does a good job, a really creditable job, and the other drivers will thank him for this, of getting off the racing line there.
Yeah.
So he doesn't drop any fluid for the other drivers. And as soon as it's clear what's going on, he makes his way off the circuit. Interestingly there, Dirksen had passed the detection point. So he goes off through the mid-corner of turn 12, and that's going to lose him a heap of time. Didn't get DRS down towards turn 9. Now has been off in 12 and will pay the price. 1.4 seconds now the gap to Lindblad in front.
We look at Gabriele Mini, who's already gained 5 places in this race. Can he now go and gain some more? Here is Victor Martins defending from Alex Dunn. Dunn looks to the outside. Can he get the run now down towards turn 9 into another DRS zone we go?
Gives you a sense of it, doesn't it? You think drivers are just driving round, line astern, managing the tyre, but if there is any kind of mistake, they're very, very quick to pounce, and you've got the sense of that now with Dunn going round the outside of Victor Martins. If he makes that one, it'll be special. This is a really tricky move to pull off, and indeed he doesn't, has to seed it on the outside of turn 9.
Here is Gabriele Mini. Jack Crawford now looking to the outside. We ride on board with the American. He's going to try and go all the way around the outside, and that will give him the inside into turn 7. That was really lovely stuff from Crawford, and that now puts him, crucially, into the points.
Little hip and shoulder there. Here's Viganovic trying to get that move done on Goethe. Goethe cuts to the inside. Can Viganovic get back underneath? No, Goethe's wide to that one. Closes the door on the first apex. Closes the door on the second apex. With a show.
Gabriele Mini. Airborne there out of turn 9. Wanted the place back from Crawford. Crawford said, no, you don't.
And it's the end of the curb there out of turn 9, and I wonder if the stewards will be looking at that for Crawford, because they're wheel to wheel on the outside and Crawford's really not left him a huge amount of room.
Let's ride on board with the Swedish driver Dino Viganovic catching Ollie Goethe. Now he's going to send it round the outside. You've got to be brave to do this one at turn 9, but Dino Viganovic is going to give it a go all the way around the outside and just about backs out of it. And that was close stuff there between Goethe and Viganovic.
And this looks much closer. Ferrari Academy Junior to the inside.
Had a look, and now Ollie Goethe is feeling the pressure. A lock up there from the Red Bull Junior, and Viganovic has a really good run this time. The high-tech driver needing as many points for his team as he can in the team's championship, and this is looking good. He's going to give it a go to the outside of turn 9. Dino Viganovic on the brakes there, locking up. Can he hold on to it? He's going to go a bit wide, but has he got the run all the way around the outside? He's going to give this a go, and Dino Viganovic just about with enough room on the outside there, holds on. That was brave stuff from the Ferrari Academy driver.
Yeah, this is great stuff. So Viganovic has a lot of overspeed on the way in, a bit of a rear lock which translates into a front lock, but he just sticks with it here. Goethe really thinks about running him out of road there, but Viganovic is just too far ahead and sticks with the move.
Jack Crawford on Victor Martins. Here we go to the outside. Crawford likes to do this one. Is he going to do it again round the outside? Oh, he's going to pick up front wing damage. There we go. Just misjudged that completely, and it's going to be front wing damage for the Dams driver.
Yeah, a little bit too brave around the outside there for Crawford. It wasn't going to play out. That damage shouldn't be too bad for him, and he's still going to try and make the move look, powering around the outside of Victor Martins.
And Jack Crawford is going to go through, and it's like the damage never even existed. Just cruises round Victor Martins, and there he goes. That is P6 and 3 very valuable points.
Martins is just super strong on the brakes here. Crawford is going to try and roll around the outside as he's done before.
What is he doing?
Crawford has put some great moves in around the outside there so far. Just didn't quite get it done in the chicane, but definitely did get it done with a brave run around the outside of turn 9.
Arvid Lindblad has become a Formula One driver going into next season, and he will celebrate that now with his third win in Formula 2 as he crosses the line. Arvid Lindblad puts Campos Racing back on the top step of the podium with his third win of the season.
You had to work for it, but it feels okay. It's good. Amazing race. Pace was really strong.
Yeah, well done, boys. Good race. We think to work on for tomorrow, but still, it was a really good race. So thank you for the effort. We can go again tomorrow.
One more to go, but Arvid Lindblad took that opportunity to take a final win in the sprint race. Joshua Dirksen in second. Nikola Solov gets his first podium in F2 in third. A 1-3 for Campos. Then Beganovic, Goethe, Crawford, Martin, done your points finishers. That is all for the sprint race. Just one more to go in 2025. So we still have a teams championship to be decided. The last two spots of the Drivers' Championship still to fill. That will be the 33-lap feature race tomorrow. 10-second stop-go penalty for second in the championship. Jack Crawford for that starting procedure infringement. And we are go for one final time this season in Formula 2. Down towards the first corner we go, and it is Roman Stanek who leads us through the first corner ahead of Crawford. Great move from Dino Beganovic off the second row in that silver high-tech. He gets past Leo Fornaroli and into third place. Fornaroli dropping back to P4 is Joshua Dirksen in P5, and then two Red Bull juniors next along as we head down towards turn 5 for the first time, and Joshua Dirksen coming under more pressure there from Arvid Lindblad.
Yeah, Dirksen under real pressure. The soft compound tyre really working out for Roman Stanek across the line. You've got the two Red Bull drivers now battling. That's Goethe looking to make a move on Lindblad as they streak down towards turn 6 for the first time.
And Ollie Goethe is going to try and make his move. Arvid Lindblad tried a defence, but Ollie Goethe wants that place. Down the inside he goes. Sebastian Montoya running wide, and that's very, very close through turn 7. Arvid Lindblad had to take to the escape. Sebastian Montoya took the escape through turn 6. Gabriele Mini, his teammate, will be at different liveries. The two Prema teammates fighting really hard, and now Dirksen is fighting away with Leo Fornaroli all the way around the outside. At turn 9 goes the Paraguayan, and that's a place game for Joshua Dirksen.
That's the difference. Soft compound tyre, wide through the exit of turn 9 for Lindblad, and he's going to see the place to Mini and go for it once more on the apex of 12.
That's a brave attempt from Arvid Lindblad. Down the inside at turn 12, it's elbows out stuff on this first lap. Luke Browning will know that he can seize an opportunity to get second in the championship, and through he goes past his countryman. Spin ahead. That's the other Williams junior, Victor Martins, and one of the Rodins, and clattering straight into the side of the Rodin there of Alex Dunn, and that's going to be a safety car in this race. So this is
the incident then.
Yeah, so, that was an ambitious move, wasn't it, from Dunn?
10-second penalty for Dunn, somewhat unsurprisingly for causing a collision.
And the green flag waves as Roman Stanek tips it into the first corner. In the background, Luke Browning is having to go heavily defensive as Villa Gomez goes down the inside, getting his elbows out. That is really good driving from Villa Gomez. Caught out Luke Browning, who is now having to try and fend off the Mexican driver there. And Villa Gomez, that is really nice driving from the Van Amersfoort Racing driver, who steals 9th place away from Luke Browning. Into the pits comes Roman Stanek, Beganovic following him. Right, High-Tech versus Invicta in the pit lane. The top two in the team standings, still fighting for this team's title.
And Stanek's been held for Browning there. Dino Beganovic down the outside of what could become the net leader of the race, Roman Stanek, and he's got it done.
Crucial move done for Dino Beganovic on what could be the net race lead. Joshua Dirksen is already travelling out of pit lane. Look to the left of screen, there's Dino Beganovic just coming out of turn 1, but Joshua Dirksen's already out. That battle has cost them, and it was definitely a good final lap on those soft tyres.
Montoya appears to have stopped out of 14.
Yes, he has.
That gap is going to be entirely negated by this safety car, putting Dirksen in the clear lead of the race, pit stop corrected.
Both high-tech cars 5-second penalties for speeding in the pit lane. Lindblad wants to be the one leading the way, and he's going to take it round the outside at turn 9. Arvid Lindblad, though, not able to get through that time. Leo Fornaroli was having none of it. Oh, now, yeah, this is the closest Joshua Dirksen has been, and he's going to look to the inside of Martini Estencio and up the road. Solov's trying to make a move on John Bennett as well, and Dirksen is through.
DRS open for Crawford. Ooh. And what can you do but try and make the move, and make the move he shall. Down the inside of turn 1, very limited defence from Richard Verschoor, and it's across the road for Leonardo Fornaroli. Lindblad to the inside.
Down at the inside at turn 6 goes Arvid Lindblad, and towards the front of the race once again. Joshua Dirksen, meanwhile, is putting a car between himself and Dino Beganovic. Beganovic had just got by a car that was between them, and we are side by side for the lead once more. Leo Fornaroli going back ahead of Arvid Lindblad. Lindblad had briefly taken the lead of the race, but Leo Fornaroli goes straight back there. So Joshua Dirksen now putting John Bennett between himself and Dino Beganovic. DRS open for Lindblad. And they are being caught now by Jack Crawford. Oh, that's an ambitious attempt for Lindblad, and there's almost going to be contact between the pair. Oh, how on earth did they make it through turn 6 there? That was a brave move from Lindblad. He came from a long way back. And meanwhile, we've got more side-by-side action through that chicane, and it's Dino Beganovic now trying to get by John Bennett, and the battle continues out front. And they're only losing time in doing this when it comes to the pit stop phase, these two. Jack Crawford trying to charge after a bit of history in towards turn 6, and that's a lunge from Crawford down the inside, and nicely done. Good racing between two drivers who are going to be in the F1 paddock next season.
Lindblad and Fornaroli make their way into the pit lane for the final stop of the year. Campos there shoveling the car across the road with the force of putting the tyre on, and Invicta getting Fornaroli back out as well. So it's the status quo as they leave the pit lane. Actually, Campos with a decent stop there. The moment for Crawford, which promotes Joshua Dirksen back up to the front of the field, and you can see exactly the gap there. 2 seconds back to Dino Beganovic, 4.8 total back to Roman Stanek, who at the moment would finish in second position to Joshua Dirksen.
Let's focus on Joshua Dirksen. He's won a feature race before, and that was here at Abu Dhabi last season, and he's going to return to the top step on a feature race once more in Formula 2 as he wins the feature race once again here at Abu Dhabi behind Dino Beganovic, gets a 5-second penalty, and by 0.2 of a second just misses out on a podium finish. Roman Stanek brings home the team's title for Invicta Racing. With second place, they retain the team's championship. It's the double for Invicta Racing. Drivers champions, teams champions once again in Formula 2.
Wow, guys! Thank you so much. Thank you, Jesus. Wait, this was so nice. Come on.
Joshua Dirksen, just like he did last year, will end his season on the top step of the podium. Roman Stanek confirming that team's championship for Invicta Racing with a podium. Gabriele Mini third. That is all for Formula 2 in 2025. Thank you more than anything to you, the viewer. We will be back for Season 10, Round 1 on the 7th and 8th of March from Albert Park.